smoothly. I suspected that he was invited to the party. He's never missed one. And if the king is also attending, Louis will take any opportunity to restore his once illustrious family to its former glory. Besides, I was very much hoping that he might have some useful information about Lupus, the king, and the other guests in general. He might even have a clue as to who might want to harm the Silent Wolf.
We must remember who we are, truly. Fuck! You now have subtitles? I always had subtitles. If I didn't have subtitles, it's because they were broken, which is a very bad thing. And you should definitely tell me, because I very much intend to have subtitles. I know a lot of people watch on the side, so it's nice for them if they can have some subtitles and occasionally glance over to see what I'm talking about. I also know that for accessibility reasons, it's also good to have some subtitles around. So that's why we have them. It's a small gesture, but it means a lot to some people. So that's why we do it. Okay, so truly, they rarely break alone, but they often mistype some words. Look, it's automated stuff, okay? If I can't afford to have a stenograph next to me, who transcribes everything I say and puts it in captions on the screen. I am not that important, unfortunately. I did read an article about those people once. It's very interesting because they have to subtitle really fast, so they don't use a normal keyboard. They use one. I think they use keyboards that can type word fragments because they usually only need to caption one language, especially when it's for something like national news. So they can use a special keyboard to write a specific language much faster. In this case, I don't have one of those people on call who can transcribe English for me, so it's not happening. If there's anyone in chat who would like to volunteer, let me know. Although I feel that with the budget I have, it will probably be someone trolling me and writing pee pee poo poo every second word instead. Their keyboards are built different, and they are built different now. Right. So, we gave our buddy Louis, if you remember Louis, he's the rabbit who owns the place we're in. He's always more than prepared. The subtitles are all in Uwu. Oh no. Can you imagine? I made a joke earlier today about being a Discord kitten. I think if I have subtitles like that, the allegations will never go away. They're very accurate, but Uwuified. I would be impressed to see anyone type like that. But I guess it is doable. Okay, so apparently Louis is also going to this party this high-end party, and the king is also attending because the king is a good friend of Cassidy Lupus, the movie star, who we are accompanying. And we're also hoping that having a chat with Louis, since Louis is known to be to have some connections in high society, maybe we might be able to ask him some things. Let's see. Well, there he is, looking sharp today, Louis.
Louis C. Hayworth. Old friend. If it wasn't for him, I might be living in a homeless shelter. He helped me to find a place to live, and of course, get me clear of the booze. His heart is probably bigger than his ears.
Alright then, let's have a little chat with Louis, shall we?
Thanks for jumping in already, Louis.
Anytime for you, Sonny, anytime. Tell me, what's this about? And how did you get invited to the party? No offense, but...
Do I look out of place?
I just know you don't like these kind of fancy events.
You got that right. I didn't really have a choice. It's work-related.
Is Blood Boil expecting some trouble at the premiere?
He's not, but someone is. A certain Cassidy Lupus.
Lupus.
Oh, my God. The star of the loudest howl?
None other. But don't tell me you get weak at the knees when you hear his name.
Oh, come on. Not at all.
Thanks to the great wild ones. Seems like everyone's in love with this guy.
Well, he is, after all, the biggest movie star of our time.
Since we're going together, and since I know you're usually well-informed,
Well, my ears must be good.
can you tell me a few things about the soiree? As much as possible. I want to be prepared for the culture shock of my life.
Sure, Sonny. Ask away.
All right, then.
Well?
I'll get my thoughts together in a moment.
Take your time, Sonny.
I love how every time we get the option to ask questions and then we talk to the... Oh, boy. So I love every time we can go ask something, and then we talk to them again. Half the time it's, are you gonna ask me something or not? And they're like, yeah. It's okay. Don't worry. We'll get there. We'll get there at some point. All right then. Let's actually ask something. What's up?
How are you these days, bunny ears? Even though we live in the same building, I hardly ever see you.
The Atlas Hotel is huge, Sonny. And lately, I've been spending a lot of time locked up in my suite. And when I have to go, I have to work abroad.
What kind of work?
You know, Sonny, ever since my parents' fortune ran out, I've had to work like regular people. But I'm not complaining. Business has been good lately.
But you're dodging the question.
If I didn't know you so well, I'd think you were avoiding the subject. So what kind of business is it exactly?
Oh, it's nothing really. Mostly real estate.
You haven't even renovated the Atlas yet.
What goes around comes around, Sonny.
I'm glad you're doing well. You've suffered a lot and you deserve it.
Oh, come on. That's nothing compared to your everyday life, Mr. Star Detective.
You still think it's romantic after all these years, even in today's world?
If I had another life, I'd want to be a Clawville detective too.
Oh, you really do not want that, Lewis.
Damn your taste.
I just also noticed... Oh, never mind. Okay, it's... I thought... Wait, is this mirrored? Is he wearing an eye patch? Oh, he is wearing an eye patch.
Pal, I don't want to be indiscreet, but...
Ah! You're asking about my eye.
Exactly. What's the deal with it?
I've been traveling a lot lately. I've been going to some dangerous places.
What do you mean?
You know the real estate business. Basically, I buy up abandoned buildings, like this one, the Atlas Hotel. Then I renovate it and sell it for a lot more money.
Okay, so you're a house flipper.
That's understandable. But your eye...
Well, yes. Sometimes I have to go to places that are too dangerous for a simple real estate agent. Have you ever been to the Torogo colonies?
Oh, they say pretty wild things about them.
It's beautiful, and the capital is a wonder to behold. But unfortunately, its jungles are still teeming with animals that are still quite wild.
Oh god, it's worse than I thought. He's a real estate developer.
You're not restoring an ancient pyramid, are you?
No, not at all. But let's just say, I'm too far from the safety of the capital.
You don't really want to talk about it in detail, do you?
If you don't mind, it's still fresh.
I understand.
That's really strange, though. Why would you be... If he was doing real estate, why would you be trying to renovate in some jungle somewhere? Anyway, what does he know about the king?
So the king will be present, right?
Oh, not only will he be present, the whole premiere will be in his honor.
Ah.
How come?
For one thing, the king is a big fan of cinema. But there's another reason.
Which is?
The king's reputation is in tatters. Gangs are ransacking the city, and the crown and the police seem helpless.
Thanks.
Just the facts, Sonny. Elwoof is about the founding war, when Clawville was torn apart by multiple powers, and the first true king of Clawville brought order.
So the situation today is symbolically tied to the founding war.
Exactly. And he is the great king who brings order to chaos.
Okay, so we're doing PR. That's the reason the king is there. It's a pure PR operation. Gotcha.
Ah, it's all political posturing.
Yeah, exactly.
What isn't these days? But I'd say it's more a kind of self-reflection. The people of the city have less and less sympathy for the king who lives in seclusion in his citadel. He needs to step out among the people.
Among the people? You mean the rich people who can go to this premiere?
Well, a fancy movie premiere isn't exactly a typical case of going out among the people.
I like it when we think alike, Sonny.
True, but it's a start.
Kinda. Still, this isn't like our Hector.
You got that right. It's his new advisor's doing. She's pretty serious about image building.
The new advisor, huh? I thought I'd heard of her, but I'm not sure.
You live in a cave, Sonny? Everybody's heard of her.
I usually don't care about these things.
You really do end up saying stuff Sonny immediately follows up on. Maybe I'm also an old depressed detective at heart. Who knew?
Until you get involved.
Well, I guess I'm a little involved now.
Don't worry, Sonny. The king is bread and butter. I know. I worked for him.
Oh, did you know?
You worked for him? For the king? I missed that one.
Oh, you know, back in the old days, when I was young, the king could use my personal connections and my ability to blend in easily in any environment.
Yeah? Well, that's fascinating. Thanks, Lewis.
Does that make Jason my Marty? I guess it does, because he also says dumb things. But fortunately, Jason is a lot less trigger happy than Marty, mostly because I don't let him have the guns. I did look that up once to see how historically accurate would be. So if we put my character in about the Prohibition era, I could order a Thompson submachine gun. The only problem is that it would cost about 2 to 3 times the average salary of somebody, so not exactly something you could easily get your hands on. And then and then you don't even have the bullets. So could Jay as a character have one? Probably not.
What do you know about Mr. Cassidy Lupus? Do you know him personally?
All right, what do you know about Lupus?
I wouldn't say that, but we've crossed paths. Our acquaintance is rather superficial.
Do you go to parties like this often?
Oh, more and more, thankfully. Ever since word got out that I've got some serious real estate in the colonies, I'm welcome back in high circles.
Okay, what is he doing? Holiday destinations? Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, Arch. Jason is right, we definitely do not have that in the back. The Tommy gun. Yeah, exactly, we don't have one of those. It's definitely not in the wardrobe in the back. Yeah, under the false floor. Nah, never. Which reminds me of when we played the Zip's Cafe, and in the first game, Zip threatened us to shoot us with a shotgun, and we called his bluff and we said if you really did have one, we'd have to arrest you right now. And then we played Zip's Cafe and there actually was a shotgun under the bar, and we use it towards the end of the game. Well, use it. It was not loaded. But we did point it at Mongrel Mick, who is back in this game.
I'm glad for you. So what do you know about this buffoon?
Well, just a few things. He's quite a gambler, likes money and women. Not very good with either of them, though. His father was a serious con man who came out of nowhere and made himself quite a fortune.
Is he a bunny or a hare? We can actually we can find out after this talk. Because I think the species are mentioned in the book. In the notebook we have. Me in real life? Do you have money and women, Biscuit? That'd be really impressive.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Yeah, unfortunately, in these circles, having a gambling addiction is quite easy to exploit. It's not a good trait to have.
Oh, but he's mostly harmless. Today, he's the star. Tomorrow, someone else will be. And I think he already feels the rope around his neck.
Likes money and women, not very good with either of them. I feels bad, Biscuit. I'm sorry for you.
He must feel a rope because he hired me to protect him tonight.
Oh, is that what this is about? That's why they invited you to the party.
I wouldn't call it an invitation, more like an order. A stinky, dog-mouth-smelling order.
Well, it's understandable. Lupus is a great friend of the king. When he asks for a favor, it's only natural that Blood Boil would jump at the chance.
It's ass-kissing. All the way up the ladder.
You know, my friend, I don't like the idea of us having to go to such lengths to curry favor with the crown. We used to be more independent.
No, you weren't, Sonny. You just weren't into politics.
I don't like it now, either.
Life's not just laughter and rainbows, is it?
Lewis bringing us crushing realizations about the nature of Clawville and then trying to laugh it off. Haha, Sonny, you didn't realize it was all politics and it was all bullshit from the beginning. Haha, that's funny, right?
There are no rainbows in Clawville, Lewis. That's for sure.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so since this is Mom asked, let me have a quick look. Lewis is a European rabbit. So there's your answer. It's a rabbit. It's not a hare. Oh, he is not a he's not a hare. He is a rabbit. There you go. I couldn't tell you about the Latin name, though. I have no idea if that's the actual species, other than me recognizing the word lagus in there, which definitely means rabbit. Actually, what is Plato supposed to be? Oh, a Pallas's cat. I thought it was a lynx, but I guess not. And the other ones are pretty obvious. I mean, Marty is... yeah, no shit. Tibetan sandfox. Okay. Some of these are a lot more exotic than the others. What about Boobo, actually? Yeah, I've covered the name. I should have known. Asian beaver. A land slug. Okay, a lot of these actually make a sense. I think Douglas was a kakapo, right? Yeah, there we go. Called it. Peregrine falcon. Grey wolf, yeah. Roach. European rabbit. Okay, nice. Well, then there you have it. Lewis is a rabbit. Okay, so what is the mysterious lady? So, is this going to be the mysterious lady from the start of the game? Or is this going to be the advisor to the king? Let's see.
Listen, Lewis, have you seen a strange woman coming and going lately?
Are you dating, Sonny? Finally!
No, it's not that. A woman came to see me in a black robe.
Sounds like dating to me.
Oh, very mysterious.
She was. Only then she disappeared, just as mysteriously, like I was dreaming the whole thing.
It's a threatened species? Really? I didn't know that rabbits were threatened. I can't wait until we get called upon to investigate the death of a caterpillar horribly melted into flesh soup, and it turns out they metamorphosed. I think they're not that stupid. I think they know how insects work. Or maybe they don't work like that in this world. Maybe you're making assumptions here. But then again, the Brutus, the roach we met, he did say that he had 72 brothers, so maybe some things do work the same way. Who knows? Exactly. It's all a mystery. It's almost like this is a fantasy world where the writers can do whatever they want. It has to vaguely make sense.
I don't know. I didn't see anything like that. But like I said, most of the time I'm locked up in my suite, or I'm abroad. I rarely walk the halls of the Atlas anymore.
You don't really... I find it strange that Lewis doesn't spend more time inspecting his giant hotel. I know if I owned one, I would be looking around a lot more, or I would be paying someone to do it.
Well, thanks anyway, pal.
You're welcome, Sonny.
Alright then. Ah, what does he know about the advisor?
So what about this new advisor?
She appeared out of nowhere after her predecessor mysteriously died.
Ah.
Huh. And no one found that suspicious?
Well, the previous advisor was quite fond of life. They never found out what killed him exactly, but they found so many different substances in his system. It could have been anything.
I love how Lewis says, oh, I have to work like normal people. Meanwhile, he constantly takes business trips abroad and goes to high-profile premieres. Yeah, I don't think Lewis is letting everything on. I think Lewis is hiding something from us. And in all honesty, while he seems fairly legitimate, I do think that he has us as a friend for a reason. Like, these kind of people always do. Especially in video games. In real life too, but video games especially. If you have these kinds of high-profile people, they pick their connections. And especially since Lewis is doing Sonny a very big favor by letting him stay here. Yeah. But they found so many different substances in the system. Could have been anything. Okay, but how do you end up with a cocktail like that in your bloodstream?
I see. And that's when the new advisor came on the scene.
Partially. In fact, she'd been on good terms with the king for some time.
How so?
Have you heard of the new Unity Church?
Ah.
Oh, their leaflets and posters are everywhere.
It's an organization that welcomes members of all other religions. They're a charity. They are working for a new, better world to come.
Yeah, at least that's the slogan.
Yeah, something like that.
So they twisted the king's head off with his bullshit.
Pretty much. But for now, he's only seen the upside. He's been showing up more and more in public. He's a generous benefactor. He advertises that he's fighting the gangs and the rest.
And you believe that?
Maybe I do. But that woman, there's something really weird about her. When you meet her in person, you'll understand.
Well, I can't wait.
Then, shall we go?
I think so. Take a deep breath.
Hey, Sonny, everything all right?
Yeah, just,
You don't really like crowds, do you?
What? How do you know that?
I used to be like that. You get used to it. Take deep, long breaths slowly. If that doesn't help, spot an object in the room and focus all your attention on it.
Some other rabbit species are least concerned on the endangerment scale, so rabbits aren't going anywhere anytime soon. Okay, that's good though. But I wasn't aware that some rabbit species were threatened. I imagine some of them would be, but European rabbit does not sound very uncommon to me. It's if you were telling me that chickens were endangered. Okay, but chickens are a farm animal, and we don't exactly cultivate rabbits, so... Or not a lot, I feel. He's probably not doing anything turbo illegal, at least more than any given European explorer of the vague era. I don't know if Lewis is doing exactly that kind of exploration. That sounds a bit... I don't know. I don't think that would make too much sense. But it could be. I'd feel the writers would want to stay away from that, though. That probably leads to a lot of awkward routes that the story can go down that they probably don't want. But yeah.
What is this hocus pocus?
Some of the voice lines cut out. It's a bit weird.
Just take my word for it. It'll help you.
Lewis is not wrong, by the way. Those two are indeed good techniques to recenter yourself if you're feeling stressed, or if you're feeling a bout of anxiety.
Okay, thanks, I guess. Now let's get going.
After you, Sonny.
All right then. Is there anything else we need to pay attention to? What is this again? The Founding War. What is this hocus pocus? It's how to deal with it. Okay, I don't think it's full-on anxiety attacks, but if he starts to feel a little anxious, yeah. I don't know. I don't like. Let's see. I don't like assuming that straight up. Okay, Zeneda thinks that if we follow Frank's trail, we will end up in the cross trap. Maybe I can speak to Monica about it. Can we? No. We can go to Marty's place? Oh. Oh, we have Lewis with us in the car. Okay. I mean, in this case, no, but they're probably similar to what I got told to do to help with mine. Well, I hope it helps you, Aj. I've heard a couple of advices.
Have you finally found your lost love?
You look weird from a front angle. Have you seen Mo from The Simpsons? The front-facing one? That is cursed. That's a cursed front angle. But yes, it is weird. I'm a little more used to it, dude, because especially in the first game, you get to see Sonny a lot from the front when you do the interrogation sections. He usually has a little chat with you, the player, or at least the camera. All right, let's see.
Don't be silly, Marty. I am not in a good mood.
Sonny's a little panicked about the party, but it's not that bad.
Tiny fin head, that's it. It's a chicken. They do be like that. A lot of birds look really weird from the front because they have very thin heads.
Hey, that's personal.
Or the opposite, right? They have a really big head. I would say most pasturine birds, the little garden variety, they look really weird from the front because they have a really big head. The bobblehead, exactly. Although I wouldn't flick them. They're a little fragile for that.
Was. Hi, Lewis.
Hey, Martin. Everything all right?
Sort of. I'm not sure where I'll sleep tonight, but, yeah.
I'm glad everyone's so happy today.
Looking normal, Sonny? I knew you weren't gonna dress up.
I'll do it at my funeral. But I see you didn't put in much effort either.
Damn.
Well, how am I gonna look in a tux next to you, huh?
And Laura wasn't in the mood to iron your clothes, huh? Sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to. It was a reflex.
As usual. But you're right, by the way.
You two haven't made up yet.
I wouldn't say that. It's a little more complicated, but I think I can stay. For a while.
Oh shit, I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, that's something, isn't it?
Yeah, well.
So, shall we go?
Yep, let's get going.
Alright, poor Marty. Okay, not much to see about the apartment itself. So that's the apartment where Laura, his wife at the time, was yeeting his clothes from. It's still all outside, actually. Half his stuff is still lying over the pavement. Alright, let's talk to Marty.
So, shall we go?
What? Bad memories of standing around here, huh?
Haha, you're very funny.
This is so exciting. I can't believe I'm on patrol with the chicken police.
This is the biggest fan we have.
It's just a ride, Lewis. Don't overreact.
It's a bit more complicated. It's bad. Look, we saved him. He was standing there outside drunk, shouting at Laura while she was throwing his clothes out of the window. I don't think that's a good situation to be in. I think you can probably... I don't know about you, but I don't want to be in that situation either.
You know what? Don't listen to him. I like your enthusiasm.
Thanks, Martin.
Alright, well, let's get going then, shall we? Oh, we can talk a bit more. Let's see.
What is it?
Nothing. Nothing. Let's go.
Oh, okay. Well, we're going. Alright, where's the party? The Ivory Palace. We put Marty in the back. There we go. What a fancy place.
So we were standing in front of this huge, shiny building. 3 out-of-place figures, full of doubts and questions. Meanwhile, the guests kept arriving. The cream of Clawville's high society. If I can say one thing, I certainly wasn't expecting this twist. But there was nothing to be done. I knew I had to swallow my distaste and survive the night, somehow. I couldn't wait to see Monica. I hoped she would keep her promise.
Right, we did. We asked Monica to tag along with us.
Well, I'm off to mingle. Thanks for the ride, guys.
Have fun, Lewis. We'll be right there.
Wow, he bunny hopped out of here fast.
He doesn't want to be seen with the likes of us. I can understand that. I wouldn't either. Hey, what's wrong with you?
Laura Stern? And Bauer Michaels? Aaron J. Hallenhall? And Ruby Ray Ramone?
Everything okay, Marty?
These are all the biggest stars, Sonny. Not just in Clawville, but in the whole world.
I thought you had a stroke.
Don't be an ass. I can't believe we're here.
Really? Is it that big of a deal?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Jeez. So, are we going in? Let's get this over with as quickly as possible.
I'm not gonna let you crush my enthusiasm with your negativosity.
Oh, really? Is that a new word? Where did you learn that?
Fuck you, Sonny.
Let's see, what is there to observe? Oh, I think that's the same strange
Hey,
person.
is this guy everywhere?
If we jumped into the car and drove to the police station right now, he'd be there too.
You think so?
I'm sure of it.
Ugh, I've got chicken bumps.
Alright. What about the palace?
Did you know that the Ivory Palace was the most famous cabaret in the wilderness before it was turned into a cinema?
What cabaret?
Well, you know, easy women, long thighs flying everywhere, skirts twirling, screams of pleasure, lots of booze and smoke and...
Okay, I get it. Don't get too excited.
So, yeah, this was the famous cat litter cabaret.
Wow. Well, it sounds, intriguing. Thanks for the history lesson, kid.
Anytime, Boss Bird.
Alright. What about this wall? What does it say? Okay, there's the new Unity Church posters and...
This should have been scraped off before the premiere.
Bloodboil must have been pissed about it.
I'll say.
Do you really think they think that? I mean, the people of the city? After all the sacrifices we've made for them?
They're caught between 2 fires, Marty. You can't blame them. On one hand, they're being squeezed by increasingly feral criminal gangs. And on the other, well, there's the harsh police restrictions and temporary curfews.
They've done nothing. Still, they get the short end of the stick, huh?
That's right.
But still, really blaming us? We're literally dying for them. Just think of the Great Massacre.
They'll understand one day, when their grandchildren read about these times in history books.
Well, that's small comfort to those who get shot in the line of duty.
It is indeed. But it's also true the other way around.
You mean police brutality?
Kind of. Think about the ones who die from a stray bullet instead of a gang member.
There's no such thing as black and white, huh?
I see you've grown up. No, Marty, and there never was. But don't let that put you off. In fact, when you realize that, it's quite a liberating feeling.
Really? Well, I don't feel free yet.
You'll get used to it.
it is a little more complicated than that, of course. But Sonny does make a very good point there. It's not always that simple. Alright, let's... a lot of fancy people here.
This guy's more than the actual star, Sonny. This guy's a symbol.
He's quite depressing in person.
Just like you?
Well, yeah, I thought he'd be a bit of a stronger character, I admit, but it shows what magic cinema can do.
You're really into this stuff, aren't you?
I think it's cool.
This is the future, Sonny. In fact, I imagine there will be a time when we can be part of the movies ourselves, like players.
Really? That sounds, interesting.
You're just saying.
Yeah, I was just saying.
Imagine a video game. Oh, ridiculous. They would never make one of us, right? Actually, chat, if you had to put me in a video game, what would you pick?
To the great wild ones. It's been a long time since I felt so out of place.
Come on, Sonny. There'll be so many celebrities here you won't even be noticed.
I hope so.
Root Birb Tapper. Of course it would be a bar game. Speaking of bar games, I do have one lined up for after we close up on Chicken Police. It's another visual novel where we are going to be bartending, which is called Best Served Cold. We're also doing crime investigation, but we're running a bar at the same time. I thought it'd be perfect game for the channel. So that's going to be taking the visual novel slot after we finish up Chicken Police. And I do hope that we can keep doing this kind of game every so often, because I do really like them.
Don't worry, boss. If anybody tries to talk to you, I'll jump in front of you like a meat shield.
Either that or some kind of Valhalla-esque bartender visual novel. Yeah, I can see that working. That would be pretty cool. It was a bit of a shame. I did try a bartending game recently, which is called Project Mix. It's a VR one that they made a demo and they're trying to kickstart it. So what I liked about it was the bartending mechanics were really fun. They had a little fun thing where, pouring the drinks in VR it was pretty smooth. It worked well. I really liked the mechanic they had, which is to open the bottle cap so you can slam the bottle on the bar top and it will pop them open, which was very fun. Unfortunately, it was very fan servicey, which I did not like, especially not in a VR game. It did not make me feel very comfortable, and for me, it took away a lot from the rest of the game. You might have seen some videos go around from it, because it is that game where you can smoke a cigarette together with your cat. And yes, you can also give them one. I don't really approve, but you can do it.
Thanks, buddy.
Alright then. Let's go in, shall we? Alright, who's in here? Ooh, there's Lupus. There's Blood Boil as well.
Hello, boys.
Oh, hey, Monica.
Monica, what are you doing here?
There's someone here who needed me, so here I am.
Wow, really? So who's the lucky guy? Wait, what? No. You're not saying that you and him...
Oh, it's not a date, Marty. Sonny just asked me to be here tonight.
For backup.
Yeah, for a backup.
Ah, I get it. Backup, of course.
Marty, please.
Can you feel that? Something in the air. What is it? Maybe love?
Considering our matchmaking experiences with Hank the Slug, maybe it is love.
Shut up, Marty.
Perfect.
Hey, that's not your line.
Psst. Hey, thanks, Mon.
You're welcome, Boss Bird.
But really, thanks, sweetheart.
Anytime.
What are you guys whispering about? You're not talking behind my back, are you?
What? Oh, Marty, come on. Let's go say hi to some fancy-ass celebrities.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, that distracted him quite fast. Alright, what do we got here? There's a statue. Let's have a look at the statue first, and then we'll go have a bit of a chat with these people.
Long live the king.
This sculpture portrays our dear Hector as a little more valiant than he really is.
True, but still, Aren't you excited to meet the king today?
Excited? No, I wouldn't use that word. I'm a little curious.
Is there anything in this world that makes your feet leave the ground?
I think there is, but she's already left the country.
Now there's 2 women I can think of.
Shut your beak, Marty.
Let's see. It's a cloakroom, peanuts, candy. Oh, Lewis is there. It's a poster for the wolf. There's Lupus with some lady. Nice poster to celebrate the king. A bloated guy. What is he holding? Is he holding a vacuum? Is that a gas mask? What is that? It looks like one of those rebreathers you get in the airplane. You know, those emergency masks? That's what it looked like. That's really strange. Alright, well, before we go figure that out, I'm going to take a quick break here. I hope you're having a good time. Thanks so much for being here. And I will see you in a quick moment, alright? Welcome back to the Ivory Palace, everyone. I hope you had a good break. I hope you got yourself something to eat and drink. Let's continue, shall we? So we already spoke to them. Let's talk to these people on the side, because what are they up to?
Feathery gods, that's Charles Rufus Vidor.
They're saying some pretty awful things about him.
Every genius is a little loony, right?
Oh, he's more than a little loony. He's a real big-time predator.
Ooh.
He seems like a fun guy. He's so chubby.
Yeah, with poisonous spikes.
Damn. Oh, he is a puffer. Is he a puffer fish? Yeah, he really is. Oh, he's the director behind this movie. What about the tigress he's talking to?
This woman, she gives me goosebumps. I mean, chicken bumps.
Yeah, I can't believe she dumped us for Moses and Plato. What a cat. Still, that physique. Right.
You know, Marty, I'm seriously impressed that you see the point in every situation.
Thanks, boss.
You can go talk to her? No. Well, let's have a talk with Vidor, shall we?
Sonny,
Mr. Featherland?
You're both
Oh,
right.
it's water. Of course, because he's a fish. That makes so much sense.
I've been looking forward to meeting the famous chicken police in the flesh.
You know who we are? You're Charles Rufus Vidor, the director of El Wolf and a myriad of other movie wonders.
Looking at his partner, I'm not surprised he knows who we are, Marty. Hello, Meredith.
Oh, this is Meredith. Well, for context, Meredith is the author of the Chicken Police books, and also supposedly Lupus's latest fling, which is being used as blackmail material against him.
Sonny, Martin, how surprising to see you here.
Well, it's a surprise to see you too, believe me. How are you? Looking for inspiration for a new book?
Yeah, exactly. She wrote the Chicken Police books.
As a matter of fact, one of her books will soon be made into one of my movies.
Oh.
One of the Chicken Police stories?
No, not at all.
You know, at one time, I would have liked to have made a film about you chickens, but it wouldn't have been good for business. You understand, all those nasty rumors.
I'd like you a lot less now, Vidor.
Nasty rumors?
They say all kinds of things, am I right? For instance, that you're the reason these horrible criminal gangs are flooding the city.
Right, because before there was still crime. It was more organized, and now it's less organized.
Oh, is that all? It's nothing.
And that you may have even planned the assassination of the head of the Westler Empire at the request of a rival gang. But I wouldn't bore you with such nonsense. Animals can be cruel, can't they?
That is an understatement.
Yeah? Well, that's a little more disturbing indeed, but if you ever want to make a movie about the famous Chicken Police, we're ready for it.
Oh, no, young man, that ship has sailed. But I have heard of 2 other aspiring detectives.
Oh, you bastard. You're gonna make a movie about Moses and Plato?
Please. No. Not them.
Moses and Plato. That's their name? Well, I think it was.
God damn it. Of course it's them too. Imagine if they got a video game as well. That would be really ridiculous, right?
Oh, that's it. It's over. Kill me, Sonny, please.
It's for the best, Marty. Filmmaking isn't a life insurance policy these days.
Well, what do you mean?
We're here for a reason, but the rest, unfortunately, is classified information.
I see. Interesting.
Our life is always like that. All excitement and danger. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Alright then. We can't talk to Meredith separately?
Tell me, did everything go well with the shooting of El Wolf?
I like how we excuse ourselves and then immediately go back to talk to them again.
A shoot never goes well, Mr. Featherland. And when the stars are so sensitive, like Mr. Lupus and Ms. Fay.
And
I'm listening.
Scandal is almost inevitable.
Scandal?
Do you not read the papers?
Sonny? No, not really.
Look, I had a few run-ins with Mr. Lupus, that's all I can say. But like I said, they're pretty common on set. He's an egotistical actor. I'm a great director. And the two don't always go together.
Yeah, when 2 egos clash, nothing good happens.
Have you ever threatened him?
What?
Sonny, are you sure you're...
It's an innocent question. You can answer yes or no.
No, at least not in the sense of what you're insinuating, sir.
And what am I insinuating?
That I threatened to kill him. No, it never happened.
I see. Thank you.
I don't really feel that even if we really did not get along, I think killing your star actor sounds like a horrible plan. Anyway, we can talk a little more, I think.
I got what I wanted from him.
Okay, what about Meredith?
Meredith H. Marble.
Sonny Featherland.
Interesting that all of the cats that we've met so far have this Eastern European accent, or at least they're trying to.
I am genuinely surprised to see you here.
It could probably mean that Meredith is from Stavonia, the neighboring country.
I am always at events like these.
Unless you have big insurance on him. Maybe, but why would the director have an insurance? I think if you take out life insurance, it's gonna be on yourself or on a relative. But I suppose insurance fraud could be a thing.
I bet. But running into you at Mr. Lupus's movie premiere, of all things.
What are you implying, detective? Are you trying to play cat and mouse with me? I know your methods. I've written 10 books about you.
Yeah, and it's 10 books of pure fiction.
You only write about what you think you know.
Tell him, Sonny. Tell him what I just said 2 seconds before.
I honestly do not know what you mean. Why shouldn't I be here, today of all days?
Tell me, how well do you know Mr. Lupus?
Oh, okay, he's already turning the screws.
Oh, is that what this is about? I do not know what you know, or what you think you know. But my conscience is clear.
Is that so?
I hope you're not trying to make a scene.
Oh, no, I would never do that.
Alright then.
I'm done for now.
Alright, so there's not much we can... I think we've got out of them. Of course, try to play it straight. Doesn't really work. We didn't really get much out of them. Let's go have a... What is with the lady?
Sonny, my heart.
Oh my god, are you having a heart attack?
Oh, right, it's Faye. With an E at the end.
I'm gonna die here.
Damn it, Marty, take a deep breath.
Is that Cassandra Ruby Faye?
Yeah, exactly. It's the actress in the movie, Elwolf.
What?
I can't believe I get to see her in person.
You big, stupid, feathered bastard. I thought you were gonna die here.
Wow, me too for a second.
I swear I'll kill you myself.
If she talks to me, I'll die anyway.
You're such an asshole.
God damn. Let's have a look at
I
Lupus.
still can't believe we're gonna protect Cassidy Lupus, the silent wolf himself.
He's just an animal, Marty.
Of course, I know I'm no spring chicken, but still, a living legend.
You know, buddy, I used to idolize legends myself.
Oh yeah? What happened?
Usually they either died miserably, or I got to see what they were really like.
Yeah, there is a saying, right? Never meet your heroes?
And what were they like?
Just animals. Nothing more, nothing less.
Right. I think I understand.
Good.
Finally, you're here. I've been worried to death.
To death?
Oh, please, it's not funny.
It is a little.
Have you had a good look around? Have you questioned everyone?
Questioned? Why would we do that?
You might find out something.
This isn't how it works. We're here to observe, that's all. And we don't get paid overtime for that.
I told you, money's not a problem.
Don't worry, you'll be fine. We're here to look after you.
Stop being such a chicken, Cassidy. The chicken police are here.
You... Cassandra Ruby Faye.
To the best of my knowledge, I am.
And you know who we are?
Silly. Of course I do. Who wouldn't?
Hold me, Sonny, I think I'm gonna faint.
Hold still, you big oaf. Excuse me, ma'am. My partner's a bit of a bird brain.
Literally.
You're funny.
Are we? Well, that's good to know.
Ignore Cassidy. The Premier is getting to him. It's like that before all his big movies.
Well, anything, try to enjoy the evening. We'll be here if you need anything.
Thank you, Detective. See, Paw Paw? You'll be all right in here.
That is a horrible nickname.
Don't call me that in front of people. I've told you 1,000 times.
Alright. What else do we have? Can we get out of Lupus?
Is everything okay with the guests? Is there anyone who might disturb you?
But Mr. Featherline, what do you mean?
He still does not know our name.
Land, Featherland. Maybe someone you know but wish you didn't?
Please, not in front of Cassandra.
Ah, you must mean Mr. Vidor. Well, if so, you're absolutely right, Detective. The man is an animal. He's a monster. And after this film, I never want to work with him again.
Oh, yes, of course, darling. We're certainly not working with him anymore.
That's good to know. I'm glad you two are in sync. There are no secrets or anything.
Oh, come on, Sonny.
It's rare these days.
Detectives, please, can we enjoy our evening?
Oh, yes, of course. Be my guest.
Sonny, you are evil.
You think so? Maybe, a little bit. But I was playing it soft. The wolf's reaction said a lot about the situation.
A wolf with a cat obsession. For the big wild ones, I never would have guessed.
Says the chicken who married a cougar.
Hey, you're being mean again.
Yeah, you're right. It's a habit.
Right, let's have a talk with Cassandra, shall we?
I haven't introduced myself yet. My name is Cassandra Ruby Faye. Nice to meet you all.
We already knew that because Marty was fanboying very hard over you.
For the love of the wild ones, is it you? In the flesh? You're even more, you know.
I don't really know what you mean, but it's sweet of you.
You're beautiful.
Oh, my. Please, a little quieter.
Sorry. I mean, yes, I said it. You're a knockout, you know? I'm married, and I love her, but you, I
Marty,
love
you
your
need to
movies, and...
Marty, you need to stop talking right now.
Okay, Marty. Take it easy. Everything's gonna be fine. Take a deep breath.
I'm really very honored and pleased to have made such an impression on you, but it's a bit awkward for me.
Sometimes I forget how excited he can get. Excuse us.
But he'll be all right, won't he?
Yep. I got someone much more. He's got someone much more grounded with him.
Don't worry, lady. This isn't the first time he's got like this.
All right then. We can still still talk to them. All right.
I'll leave him alone for now, but
No. Okay, we'll leave him alone.
tell me, your partner, Cassidy, has he been acting strange lately?
Is the standard question in every noir movie, right? People are acting strange. You seen anything out of the ordinary? Is he been disappearing during the night? Excellent detective work.
Strange how? Well, you know, he's always been the nervous type. But lately he's been a lot more paranoid than usual.
It's almost like he's hiding something.
Do you know what's causing it?
Well, maybe it's the film, you know. It wasn't an easy story. The hardest shoot of both our lives.
Mm-hmm.
How so?
Well, let's just say, and I'd like to end on that subject, because I don't want to spoil the evening, but two geniuses like Lupus and Mr. Vidor didn't quite gel.
Mm-hmm. Egos clashing, like I said before.
I see. Two roosters in a hen house, huh?
You could say that.
I see. Well, thank you, sweetheart.
Not at all. Enjoy the evening.
All right.
I think I've got what I
All
want.
right. You got everything you wanted out of that? Let's have a chat with Lewis, actually. How's he doing?
Bunny Man is living his best.
He is living his best life.
Well, Lewis, everything all right?
Couldn't be better, Sonny. They say the film is going to be a masterpiece, and the king is supposed to be arriving soon.
I can't wait.
Oh, don't be so cynical, Sonny. Being nice to the king can't be all bad.
You know, I don't think we're gonna find common ground, but, you never know, huh?
Hmm.
Now you're talking. Finally something positive from you, old friend.
Must be the champagne.
But we haven't had any yet. Really, where can I get a drink around here?
Haven't you learned anything from last time?
I don't want it for myself, but I'm sure it'll loosen you up a bit.
You don't want to see me drunk, Marty.
I'd like to see you both drunk. Okay, that sounded weird.
A little.
Just a teeny weeny bit.
Yeah, let's not go there, shall we?
Listen, Lewis, I always trusted you. Could you keep your eyes open for me?
Both of them.
Marty.
God damn it, Marty.
What? Oh, furry heavens, sorry. I didn't mean to be so rude. Please turn a blind eye to that.
All right, Marty, that's enough.
But I'm not doing it on purpose.
Come on, it's nothing. And of course, you can count on me, Sonny. Are we on some kind of a secret mission?
At the super secret mission, Lewis. You can't tell anyone about it.
Just keep an eye out in case you see or hear anything interesting, okay?
You can count on me, big guy.
I was a real first-class jerk, right?
Yeah, like always. But we both are, so...
Correct.
Alright, nothing much to talk about. Let's talk to Blood Boil. What is he doing here?
Mr. Tank himself. At least there's one other person besides me who doesn't fit in.
Alright then, let's have a chat.
Sir.
So you came. I am glad to see you.
Well, you more or less ordered us to be here, so... I don't think the meetings... I don't feel the meet... I don't think the meet... Why can I not English anymore? The feeling's not mutual, that's what I wanted to say.
We had no choice, sir, but I'm glad we're still able to surprise you.
Yeah, there we go.
Just keep a close eye on Mr. Lupus. His fears may be unjustified, but if they're not, and you're not around...
We'll be watching, sir. You have our word.
Good. Now go and blend in.
As if it were so easy.
You'll find a way, chickens.
Anything else?
The old dog is right.
No. Anything you can ask him about? No. Alright, what about Monica?
Hey, Mon. Thanks again.
Or what? I was just escorting Blood Boil.
Yeah, right. You can't fool me. I ain't no stupid bird. No, I'm not.
Martin, you're imagining things again.
You read too many conspiracy theories.
Hey, Don't get in my head and try to make me look dumber than I am, okay?
No, you're already doing a pretty good job of that yourself.
Okay, you're right.
What about Laura, Marty?
Well, I guess I can stay home for tonight.
Hey, well, that's something.
Yep, something.
Cheer up, you big bird. It'll all work out in the end.
Thanks, Mon. I hope so.
Have you seen anything strange? Anything interesting happen?
Other than everyone being a braggart and me feeling like some village bumpkin who got lost in the royal court, nothing worth mentioning.
You're telling me. I feel like a lump of coal in a chest full of diamonds.
It's actually the other way round. You know, Sonny, not everything that glitters is gold.
No, that's the past. No, that's something you should definitely not know about. No, why would I mention such a thing?
Yeah, maybe.
Alright, here we go. Oh, that's the king, alright.
An impressive entrance, if I ever saw one.
Indeed it is.
Who could that woman be? You don't think she's...
Yes, I do, Marty. She's the king's new advisor. And from the looks of her, probably a lot more than that.
Oh.
Oh, hush my heart. Why is there always a heartbreaking femme fatale behind everything?
Because we're in a noir game, Marty.
Maybe the world is testing you.
Yeah, maybe. But if Laura finds out what kind of environment I was in, she'll bite my head off. And I mean that.
Come on, Marty. Just take a deep breath and enjoy the evening. So, shall we talk to the king?
I do feel like Sonny is taking, suggesting a lot of deep breaths to people. Might be a bit of a... Marty might be a bit lightheaded and lack of oxygen in this room.
Well, you don't have to ask me twice.
Let's get to it.
Alright.
Your Majesty, dear lady.
Oh, we casually stroll up to the king.
If it isn't the world-famous chicken police, Sonny Featherland and McMurdoch.
Mac Murdoch makes him sound like a like a menu, fast food menu more than anything else.
McChicken. Milady, Marty McChicken.
And I should have probably... I did notice this at the end of last stream, but this is 100% a Back to the Future reference.
Ah, yes, exactly. Marty McChicken, silly me. I've always been terrible with names.
Ah, don't worry about it. I keep forgetting it myself.
Are you investigating even now? If you ask me, with all the sinners here, the whole hall could be arrested right away.
For the love of nuggets. I don't think they're going to be using that as a catchphrase, but I like that. I like that.
Well, it's nice to finally meet you, ma'am. You know, we hear a lot about you.
I can imagine. All bad things?
Nothing else.
Hello, gentlemen. I've heard a lot about you, too. Indeed.
This is truly an honor, Your Majesty.
Come on, cut the chit-chat. It's so not like you. I've read a couple of your books, so I know exactly what kind of chaps you are.
Or what kind of chaps Meredith thinks we are.
Ah, those books again. Well, sir, if I may...
And what adventures! I really admire and envy you fellows. So don't play innocent with me. I know you're a pair of hard-boiled, rotten eggs.
Sir, with all due respect, those books are mostly fiction.
Ah, don't be so modest with me, Mr. Featherland. And you certainly don't need to pretend in front of such a spiritual leader. You see, she can see right into your soul.
You say, spiritual leader?
Hector always exaggerates. There's a small community of souls of which I am indeed the guide. It's called the New Unity Church.
Yeah, I think I've heard of it.
You know, you're much shorter in person than I thought you'd be, Mr. Featherland.
Oh, ouch. Oh.
That's why I bring Marty with me everywhere, Your Majesty.
Oh, yes, the humor. I've heard legends about your, unique sense of humor.
Unique. That's a fine way of putting it.
But allow me to introduce formally how shall I say?
I am his advisor and spiritual guide.
Spiritual guide, huh? That is a title.
You see? That's exactly it. She always helps me out when I'm in trouble.
Really? That's interesting.
It was nice meeting you, Miss...
Kayla.
Just Kayla?
Lady Kayla, to be more precise.
Ah, I see. Lady Kayla.
Now, if you'll excuse us, we need to go mingle. It's sort of a mandatory protocol.
Of course, we understand. Have a nice evening. We'll probably run into each other again.
Of that, I'm sure.
Did you notice?
Her legs? Who wouldn't?
No, not that, you dummy. That the king hardly dared speak beside her.
That is a good point.
No wonder. I couldn't spit or swallow around her.
It's a bit strange, though. Hector was never the talkative type, but now she answers for him.
Horny Birb. You can say that again. Marty needs some damn self-control. He's supposed to be on an well, we're not really... Are we on an investigation? I guess we kind of are. Well, close enough. But yeah, we're supposed to be observing these people. So, not the smoothest, Marty.
Isn't that a counselor's job?
Marty, you think this might be related to why your wife is mad at you? No, probably not. To be very honest, probably not. I think it's... Sonny is investigating and Marty is fangirling. Very true. I don't really know what it's related to. I don't know why Marty got really drunk. That's probably related to it. Oh, she's mad at him for entirely different reasons. Do they mention that? I think she's mostly mad at him because he's supposed to be at home and then he goes on these investigations all the time. At least that's how I read it. There's a much more simple reason. Marty never explained why. I think it's because he's away so much. And he's always on these investigations after his work, right? So she's probably expecting him to be home. And then he doesn't go home and he stays in the Atlas Hotel. And that would probably piss quite a lot of people off if they did that.
Yeah, maybe. But I'm suspicious of this dame.
Of course you are. You can tell she's a demon a mile away, but that doesn't necessarily make him an evil conspirator.
It's either he's away or he's drunk when he comes late. I mean, if we're talking boomer level stories, coming back home drunk and late is not a good idea. But he didn't seem like someone who drank a lot, to be honest. I can't really read into his character too much, but maybe maybe he did the classic, which is they had a fight, he leaves, he gets pissed drunk, and because of reasons, mostly which is trying to drown your sorrows, and then he comes back, tries to go back home. That's at least how that would seem the most likely to me.
That sentence was a bit contradictory.
Two roosters live in my body, constantly fighting with each other.
There are two roosters inside of you.
Listen, Marty.
Wow, why are you so serious now?
We're splitting up.
What do you mean we're splitting up?
In the heat of the party, Blood Boy won't even notice you're gone. If I disappear, he'll notice it right away.
Oh, I see. You mean Frank?
We have to find his body. To do that, we need to know where the factory is and how to get inside.
Okay, great plan.
Is it?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I thought you didn't want to leave the fancy party.
Come on, Sonny. You know me better than that. Fancy parties or not, Frank was our friend. And this case is more important.
Frank has become steak? Everything seems to be alluding to that.
It is. You're right.
Thanks for trusting me, boss.
Who else am I gonna trust?
Okay, I'm on my way. If I hurry, I can catch the midnight bus.
Bus, get the hell out of here. Take my car.
You're serious? I've never driven her before. She's your little rickety treasure.
Just keep her in one piece, okay?
And keep me in one piece too, if possible.
Yeah, that's important too. Now go.
Okay, Boss Bird. I'll come back for you, and I'll find out what I need to find out.
You do that, young fella.
I don't know how I feel about the plan of splitting up. Doesn't seem like a great idea.
Well, how'd he take it?
Surprisingly well. You know, you can say a lot of things about Marty, but you can always count on him in times of trouble.
A real partner, huh?
More than that.
And what about us?
What about us?
I mean, what's the next step? Here, tonight?
Oh, yeah. Well, we're mostly just trying to survive the night. There's one more thing I want to ask the King's new advisor, and it'd be nice if another woman were present. I suspect she'll speak to me in a very different tone.
Surely nothing can go wrong with sending Marty alone to investigate. I'd like to think Marty kicks in the door with a shotgun. That seems like his approach.
I'm ready for her.
Alright, Alright, who can we talk to? Oh, Philmar is here too, huh?
Hey, Phil. What are you doing here?
Did you replace Marty? Too bad. Next to a pretty flower like that, you look even worse than before.
Shut the fuck up, Philmar.
Oh, thanks for the compliment, Philip.
Just Philmar. I no longer use that dusty old name.
10 minutes later, flash news, house on fire near the Hive. I'd be more expecting flash news. Hive is gone. Entirely. It's one big crater.
I understand. Old names are associated with old sins, am I right?
You know a lot more than all of us, Monica.
Thanks, Philmar.
Hey, can I get you some champagne? I'm feeling a bit redundant.
Oh, hello, Sonny.
You didn't answer my question. What are you doing here?
Me? Nothing, really. I worked for someone recently, a secret benefactor who threw me a ticket. Thought I'd check out what this big fuss is about, and it's kind of a letdown.
Breaking news, Hive demolished the nuclear explosion. Marty, where did you get the nuke?
Your story is plausible.
I know he has a radiant personality, but that's taking it a little to the extreme.
Believe it or not.
You're not even trying anymore, are you?
We're old, Sonny. We've done this tango too many times.
All right. Enjoy the party, Nighthawk. See you later.
Alright. Peace out.
As long as there's champagne, I'll be here.
Just leave some for everyone else.
Fuck you, Sonny.
Just one more thing.
Tell me, my darling.
Don't you find it strange that we always end up in the same place?
I'm just always one step ahead, aren't I?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Simple coincidences, Sonny boy. It's a small town.
This town is gigantic, Phil. Just as gigantic as your stupidity.
Well, I'm not gonna argue with that.
And you evaded the subject again.
Oh, I'm such a professional, right?
Right.
Can't get nothing out of this guy.
I have nothing to say to him.
Yeah, I don't think so. If he's gonna keep dodging all the questions, probably not. Alright, Vidar, what you got for us?
And the lady, who is she? Yeah, a bit ordinary, gray, but she has color. Yes, she has. I could definitely see her on the screen.
I don't think anyone has color, Vidor, but if we switch the colors on, you could probably tell that Monica is a hummingbird and probably very colorful.
Excuse me. Don't give me that look. I'm not a piece of furniture.
And she stings. Ouch. Even better.
Let's go, Sonny. This guy's just a simple bubblehead.
Maybe you're right, but this bubblehead can make you a very rich lady.
Yeah, no thanks. I've had the pleasure of dealing with your kind in the past.
Well, this ship has sailed, Mr. Vidor. Bon voyage.
Throwing it right back at him. There you go. Anything else you need to say?
I'm sorry. I hope I haven't offended the lady. You know, all these years in showbiz, and you inevitably see products everywhere instead of people.
You know, I'd even accept your apology, but you're still talking about me as if I'm not standing here in front of you.
Well, how about I try apologizing more? Let's say over dinner.
Until you're the one being served, we're not meeting at a table.
Ouch.
Ouch indeed.
It's not the pufferfish doing this thing here.
I got what I wanted.
Alright, nothing more. What about Meredith?
Ah, Monica Rosen. Are you two together? I couldn't predict this in my books. You know, you've always been a minor character.
Oh, ouch.
Miss Marble. Really? Interesting. You've always been, rather minor, too.
Huh? Monica's just helping me with a few things.
Of course. And what can I help you with?
Mr. Lupus has been threatened by someone.
Really? Oh well, I'm not surprised.
And you have no idea what these threats were all about? A photograph.
Uh-oh.
Yes, and?
You have any idea what kind of picture it was?
No point in playing this game. It was a picture of me. Or rather, it was him and me. In a quite unambiguous position.
Very compromising.
But I didn't know what the picture would be used for.
You mean you knew they were taking a picture of you?
Of course, Birdie. Why else do you think I would have had an affair with that ripoff? The fur on the back of my neck stands up just thinking about it.
So it was a setup. She knew about it.
And somebody paid you. Who was it?
I have no idea. I never saw them. All instructions came in letters. And the money. A lot of money.
Why are you telling us this so freely?
Damn letters. Did you see anything interesting in them?
Look, I am a crime fiction writer. I know exactly what I'm supposed to notice. There is nothing you can use as a clue in your little investigation.
And how did you manage to reel Mr. Lupus in?
That wasn't hard. That tail-wagging dog is a sucker for all things feline. As soon as he sees a whisker or a fluffy tail, he loses his mind. I feel sorry for poor Faye, because she'll never get that out of her husband's head.
Man has a fetish. He admitted to it himself. That's exactly the wording Lupus used when we spoke to him at the PD.
I see. Well, thank you, Meredith. You've been surprisingly helpful.
You're welcome, Detective. And Miss Rosen. Now, if you'll excuse me.
I do wonder why she told us that so freely, though.
Anything else, Mr. Featherland? Or can I call you Sonny? After all these years.
As you wish, Meredith. But I'm busy now.
Do what you do best, Sonny.
You mean drink and grieve in a corner? I'd rather investigate.
Oh, yes. Your famous sense of humor.
I want more with these two? I'm not exactly sure what you mean, Ige. Who? As in, who exactly? Right, let's talk to Blood Boils, tell him what we found so far.
What's this? You two together? Where's Martin?
Ah, shit.
Just powdering his beak, boss. And Monica and I were just talking.
Maybe she's thinking it's not like I can be arrested for this. Not like she has any alliance with whoever perpetrated this. Oh, Sonny and Monica, yeah, they do make a good team. She's pretty snappy, as you can tell. But you're probably right, no. Even... It's... I mean, there's nothing to get Meredith on, right? She's not doing the blackmail. Seducing someone is not a crime. and being complicit. Well, she's complicit for blackmail, but there's nothing we can get her on because it all came in letters. It was transactional, so yes, there's. Yeah, we can get Meredith on helping to blackmail someone. That is certainly a crime, but I don't really know. Without anyone, she can't rat anyone out because she doesn't know. So there's not much we can get her for. But I don't really understand why she wanted to tell us this, unless she's trying to set us on a lead somewhere. That, or she realizes that because she wrote 10 books about us, she thinks that we are intelligent enough, or at least Sunny is intelligent enough to that she can't weasel her way out of the situation. I think it's more that. Also, she's probably thinking Sunny already knows because of what Lupus told him, so... And I think it's a case of I can't talk my way out of this one, so I'm gonna tell the truth.
You two aren't, how shall I put it, so you know that you...
How is it that everyone assumes if you are walking around with someone at an event that you're dating them? Because, my god, if that were true, I would be dating a lot of people. That's not how it works. If she helps the investigation, they catch the perpetrator. It takes away attention from her. That is true. We're getting married. Nah, let's say what the hell are you on about?
What? No, furry heavens, what are you thinking?
Hey, no need to deny it that hard.
I mean, no, nothing like that, sir.
Nothing like what, Santino?
Well, it depends on what you were thinking.
You're the detective, find out.
That Monica and I, that we're, romantically...
Go on.
But that's not it, I swear.
Yeah, Sonny, we got it. It's clear. Thank you.
Enough. I just wanted to see you blush, Santino. What a sight.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Alright then. Oh, this is pretty awkward. Does Lewis have anything new?
Hey, Lewis, you all right? You look a little lost.
Sure, Sonny. I'm more of an observer right now.
You haven't really settled back into these circles yet, have you?
No, not at all. But I'll be honest, I'm a little embarrassed if that woman is here.
Which woman?
That woman. Lady Kayla, of course. Around her, the king is quite different. She makes my ears itch.
That's never a good sign.
No, it's not.
Do you think she's leading the king astray?
It's a strange thing. I wouldn't say that. Like she's doing nothing but charity and helping animals in need. Yet there's an inexplicably sinister aura about her.
I feel it too.
Because you've always had good instincts, Sonny.
And because he thinks everyone in the world is suspicious.
Oh, I almost didn't notice you. Hello, dear Monica.
It's all right. I'm just an observer myself, Mr. Hayworth.
I see.
God damn it, Lewis. But he has a point. There is definitely something off about Kayla.
No more questions.
Okay, we have nothing more to ask. Right. Let's have another chat with Lupus, shall we?
Oh my goodness, aren't you...
Shit.
Monica Rosen? I mean, Monica Rosen, the Velvet Queen?
The what?
Hello, Cassidy.
Wait a minute. You know each other?
Oh, hang on.
That's an understatement, my friend.
Oh, no. Don't say you two are...
What? No, Sonny, what do you mean?
Why did... Do they assume everyone sleeps with everyone in this town?
Well, Monica was my... she was...
Yeah, you can say it out loud. I was your father's mistress a lifetime ago.
Oh shit, that's very different. Oh,
Come on, dear Monica, it wasn't that simple.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was. And that's the end of the subject.
Yes. Yes, of course. I get it. I understand, of course.
Good.
So what
Oh,
is
shit.
this velvet thing?
The Velvet Queen? Oh, well, I think you better hang on, Mr. Featherworld, because...
All right, stop right there. Sonny, come on, I want to talk to you in private. Cassidy, I'm coming for you too.
Hey, okay, take it easy.
Sonny,
I'm a little dizzy, I admit.
that escalated very quickly indeed.
I don't blame you. Look, Sonny, what you heard is true.
You used to be his father's lover?
Just for a little while. I was just a young girl who'd been thrown out of the country and into the big city. I was a waitress in all sorts of dives for a while, and then someone discovered me. And then I did a review show at the Coconut Cauldron.
Oh, that was what this place was before it became the Ivory Palace.
The Velvet Queen.
That was my stage name. A lifetime ago. And Lupus's father was kind, charming, rich, and a scumbag con man.
That is true, we do know that.
I see.
It was just a fling. Lots of money, glitter, and glamour. Movie premieres, expensive hotels, and then... well, in the end, the guy ran off and took everything with him.
What do you mean?
Well, I didn't have much money, but you know me. I'm thorough and organized, and when I do something, I do it right. I had savings. Quite a lot of savings, and a small inheritance, too.
Oh shit, and he ran off of it.
And he left you broke?
Yep, that's it. I had to start all over again. But I was just a little girl. I had my whole life ahead of me, so I went for it. I knew I'd never be a showgirl again.
It's kinda tragic.
Does this have anything to do with what happened at the range? That you were so upset?
The whole town is covered in Elwolf commercials. And Cassidy's face, of course.
Ah.
When I knew him, he was just a young pup. But he's grown up now, and he reminds me of his father a lot. Not a great memory.
I'll bet. You know, it's weird, but somehow I never thought about you having a life before the police.
Look, Sonny, if you'd rather go it alone from now on, I totally understand.
What? No, of course not, Mon. It's out of the question. I still
Thank you for the hydrate.
appreciate you being here. I really do.
Thanks, Boss Bird. And I'm sorry to dump all the dark stains of my past on you.
Come on, Mon. I've been doing the same with you since the day we met.
Well, that's true.
But if Marty finds out...
I beg your pardon?
What? No, nothing. My beak is sealed.
Right. Let's, forget about all this and focus on what we're here for, okay?
Okay.
We definitely all have our, not so great parts. Right. Then... talk to Lupus again?
The king.
Oops, no. That's the statue.
I'll leave him alone for...
Nah, okay. Then there's nothing left to do except talk to Kyla, right?
Forgive me for rushing off so quickly last time. Now we have some privacy. But where's your partner?
Marty's got a bit of a weak stomach. He couldn't take all that syrupy chit-chat.
Mm-hmm. And who is this fine young lady?
I'm not seeing big trees here, but sure, buddy.
Monica Rosen, ma'am.
Ah, Monica Rosen. Mother Hen on duty at the police station.
I beg your pardon?
Please don't take this the wrong way, but I have a personal acquaintance with Chief Inspector Bloodboil. He's told me a lot about you and nothing but good things.
She canonically has great legs, got mentioned earlier. True. You're not wrong. Personal acquaintance. Oh, okay. I was thinking, who could it be? And it's like, no, you know Bloodboil well. Okay.
I can imagine.
Monica's been helping me out while my partner's indisposed.
Oh, I quite understand. But please, I'm at your disposal. Ask me anything you want. I have a feeling that even though you're not here to work today, you have some rather interesting questions.
Oh, you bet.
I always have, sweetheart.
Sonny, this woman makes my feathers stand on end.
Oh, come on. She's perfectly normal.
Did you hear the way she talked to me or to you? She looks down on everybody.
Don't judge, Mon. She may be gold on the inside.
Yeah, then open your eyes and shake your head a little.
You think I'm gonna be charmed by a babe like her?
I don't know. Are you?
Never mind. Let's ask her while we still can.
Fine.
Damn.
I know what I want.
Alright. Time to do some sleuthing.
Kayla. Or rather, Lady Kayla. She has an almost otherworldly superiority, with the king as her lapdog. It'd be easy to appeal to her vanity, but it could backfire. This woman is smart. Very smart. And she's cunning, too. Not just because she's a fox. So I'll have to be careful. I need to soften her up first, work on her ego, and when she's vulnerable, hit her with the hard questions. I may never get the chance to question an animal of her class again, so I better do this right.
Very cunning. Said Baldric, I've got a plan so cunning, you could stick a tail on it and call it fox.
Are you here in a private or an official capacity?
I think you might have gambad straight into the same image. It should work, though.
You mean, am I the king's companion or his advisor?
That's exactly what we're asking.
You could put it that way.
Foggy phrasing, foggy answer. Both. And maybe neither.
I'm gonna be in trouble here.
I'm just kidding, Detective. And how about you? Are you here as a police officer or as a simple citizen?
As a simple citizen, I'd be snoring in an armchair with a half-empty bottle in my hand.
You can't be that cliched.
Oh, watch me.
Unfortunately, I am.
Well then, ask me anything you like. In your official capacity.
How can I refuse that offer?
There we go.
Let's
We're back to
see.
intern. Right. Proper interrogation clothes equipped. The coffee is ready. Let's go. So I have to soften up, appeal on the ego. King was a target from the start. That's gonna piss her off. Maybe let's be a bit direct. How did you end up with the king?
So how did you end up in cahoots with the king? Maybe you met at a party like this.
You know, these are difficult times. And it's difficult for Hector too. I mean, for the king. When he came to me, he was almost in shreds.
He came to you?
About 2 years ago. My church was in its infancy, but I was already holding seminars and private audiences for those in need of spiritual guidance.
Would the king have needed such a thing?
Oh yes, very much so. Spiritual and emotional guidance and cleansing, as does the city. You see, the king is much more concerned about the fate of the city than many animals give him credit for.
I see.
Okay, that was the good thing to ask. So, what kind of church are we talking about?
What kind of church are we talking about? Beyond what the slogans say.
The new Unity Church offers unity in a world where everything is about separation and hostility.
She's not wrong.
Which means...
You're a very objective animal. Am I right?
Let's just say I'm a bird who'll let pretty words roll right off him if they don't have any real meaning.
Our organization is here to help. Mental comfort, but also financial aid. We clothe, we shelter, we feed those in need. You see, in the Hive, we have already set up 4 homeless shelters and 2 orphanages.
The Scientologist Fox? Maybe. I'm not exactly sure what they do. So, I know it's nothing great, but I'm pretty sure that Scientologists are not building homeless shelters.
Really? That sounds nice. But isn't the Hive dangerous for the poor and needy these days?
And that is why we operate there, Mr. Featherland, to ease tension.
But shouldn't those who are in danger be evacuated?
We don't believe in running away from trouble, Detective. We face it.
Ah, so you're warriors too.
Only if it's necessary, Mr. Featherland.
Homeless shelters in the place where I'm pretty sure poor people keep vanishing and potentially turning into meat. That is a good point. Alright. So your organization is the cure for the city's illness. I feel like that's probably the best question to ask. Or impeccable timing for the misery. I don't know. One of these two, I feel. Probably this one.
Impeccable timing for the misery that's in the Hive.
I didn't even hear that question, Mr. Featherland. It suggests a rather narrow vision.
Oh yeah, it is very much an accusation. Shit.
I'm sorry. I guess I got a little hard-boiled over the years. I've seen all kinds of organizations come and go, and always they end up the same.
Oh yeah, this is the shit option.
Which is?
Their leaders either ran off with the money, or they went to jail.
Okay, yeah,
I can assure you that in our case, there is no danger of either.
Yeah? We'll see.
Oh yeah, that was not a good one.
How's your great healing crusade going?
It's the closest to what Sonny would probably say, but it is very much an accusation, yeah.
Unfortunately, we're only treating the symptoms for now, Mr. Featherland. But that's changing.
What do you mean?
We're radically changing the way the animals of this city think. And we've started in the Hive.
Because the desperate are easily radicalized?
Because the desperate need help and guidance the most.
But they don't have much choice, do they?
The city doesn't have a choice, Mr. Featherland. Either let it be overrun by filth, or look to the glory of the past. Brace itself and confront the evil.
Confront? Well, you just a charity, right? Or you mean the riots?
Violence is not always the answer to violence.
Not always. Is it sometimes?
You, Mr. Featherland, like twisting words beyond recognition, don't you?
Busted, baby. It's my favorite hobby.
I was gonna say, it's my job. Alright. Any shady details? So let's ask the other thing, because we have to... I don't think we'll manage to do it, but...
Have you always been religious?
You mean in my past? As a child?
Exactly.
I was born into a religious family, yes. Although I always found the Clawville common religion rather old-fashioned and shabby. I thought so as a child. I could see that it was not keeping up with the crazy changes in the world.
What are you driving at?
Our religion is a religion of extremes. Destruction and creation. I've always believed that these two extremes do exist and need each other. There is a real middle ground, paved with gold.
Alright then.
Hence the sheep and wolf on your posters. One body with two heads.
The lamb and the wolf living together in the same body is the perfect example of who we are. We are animals. We are savages. But if we recognize and accept ourselves and stop trying to be something we're not, we could become enlightened.
I see.
Everyone equal.
Wouldn't that be wonderful?
This city was built on that dream, sweetheart. And as I see it, it's rapidly falling apart.
That's exactly why we're here. We want to change that.
Alright. Okay, so we're gonna try to turn the question towards the Hive gangs. I think the first one is probably the most positive.
How about the fact that one of the most dangerous and influential gangs has taken up residence in the Hive? Doesn't this harm your ambitions?
You mean the Golden Fang clan?
Their leader, Mick, is an old acquaintance. We took out his boss.
And you should be proud of what you've accomplished. Although your actions have set off an avalanche that's accelerated the process.
She doesn't look like she's a vegan, so I agree with Ige. It goes a little further than that. But I do feel there's more behind her than the simple charity.
You think it's our fault the city's run by criminal gangs?
No, not at all. I simply said you accelerated it. A process that was going to happen eventually. For that I am grateful. Thanks in part to you, the church is thriving. If it weren't for you, there wouldn't be so many desperate souls wanting redemption.
Oh, that's kind of disgusting. That's taking advantage.
I don't know what to make of that.
Yeah, me neither, Sonny. I don't like it.
Be proud of it. You're making your mark, Mr. Featherland. No one can doubt that.
Double the Birb? Hey, welcome in, Pixie. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. Let me... Thank you, no. You're the best. How's it going, Pixie? How are you doing? Hope your Wednesday has been great. Which one of you used the good cop? It's definitely me. Jason is very much the bad cop. He looks like he's gonna... He's there, ready to strike.
Mm-hmm. What do you think of the clan?
Whilst the clan and the Great Web are busy fighting their petty battles, they're not bothering the common folk.
That's a dashingly optimistic statement.
I didn't send Jason to college so he could be the bad cop. I'm sorry, Pixie. He wanted to go there, so we sent him to... we sent him to bad cop college.
Perhaps. Or maybe it's just practical.
It was a 50-50, okay? It's like the Twix. Someone had to choose, and he chose bad cop, and I chose good cop. Alright, then. Okay, we might be getting somewhere, though. Alright, why do I get the feeling you're a little bit more than just a simple advisor?
Why do I get the feeling that you're not only King Hector's advisor, but something a little bit more?
Now you're turning tabloid journalist. But yes, as the press have been gossiping for a while now, Hector and I are closely connected, spiritually speaking.
Just grumpy cop and not bad cop? I think it's a little beyond being grumpy if you've seen how Jason acts like.
Oh, that's quite an elegant way of putting it. So you're his mistress.
Perhaps one day I'll be his wife.
Oh, that is ambitious.
That would look pretty good on your resume. 2 years leader of a small church, then queen. Quite a career.
Tell me, Mr. Featherland, based on what we just talked about, do you think I'm such a simple, gold-digging harlot?
Simple? No, I wouldn't say that.
What is surprising about a man and a woman who've worked together closely for a long time, slowly starting to feel something for each other? You've never been in that situation? Or are you in it right now?
Oh, she's trying to reverse it onto us.
Get out of my head.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. So, are we done here?
I think we are. I think I'm tangled up in my own questions. Can we...
Of course, Detective. You said yourself this isn't an official interrogation, just a friendly chat.
Yeah, I beansed it.
Well, yes it is. So...
Yeah, that's the problem.
Clucky furry hell.
Yeah, I botched it with the accusation.
Kayla, are
Okay,
you here
well-
in a
You mean...
You...
Foggy...
Okay,
As
I'm
a
sorry.
Simple
You can't...
Unfortunately.
Well then...
How can I...
Okay, I'm gonna be skipping parts of these because they're gonna be repeats of questions we already asked before. So, let's
So how
ask
did you...
this again.
He came to you.
About 2 years.
Would the king have need...
Thank you for the stretch, no. There we go.
What kind of...
Okay. So not the second one. We're gonna be picking the first one here.
Would you say your organization is the cure for the city's illness?
We're not naive, Mr. Featherland. The city's problems are so deep-rooted that they cannot be fixed in just a few years. But we're not afraid to take responsibility. If it takes a decade, it takes a decade, but eventually, Clawville will be something different.
Different? How exactly?
We can go back to our old values, to the dream Clawville was built on. Equality, fellowship, shared fulfillment.
That is quite the dream.
That does sound good. How's it going? Because all I see from here is flames.
Okay, so Sunny's back to being Sunny again.
Don't be so cynical, Mr. Featherland. Believe me, the signs are there. You just have to look for them.
I'll try, once I've wiped the ashes from my eyes.
Okay, that was the right thing to ask.
How's your great heal?
Okay, we already asked that. Have you always been religious? Do they interfere? There we go.
Why do I get... I think we're done.
Alright, we did it.
You see? That's what I'm talking about.
Not the best, but we managed to get out of her what we needed.
This was fun. I mean that, honestly.
I guess so.
No offense, sweetheart, but you're not easy to figure out.
I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you, Mr. Featherland.
But I must ask you this. Do you really think the city needs to be reborn?
Absolutely. And rebirth must always come with sacrifice.
That sounds, kind of ominous.
We have to burn it down.
There's little reason for optimism, is there? I think we should look forward and strive for a better future. But if we sit and wait, life will pass us by. We have to do something about it.
Yeah, well, we can agree on that.
Glad to hear it, Mr. Featherland.
Alright then. Okay, it looks like we can do a little more investigative sleuthing and chatting. Rebirth always comes with sacrifice, as long as somebody else is paying, right? Usually people who say that are not willing to make the sacrifice themselves. That is very true. But we do like sacrifice on this channel. They're amazing, right? Alright, I will see you in a quick moment. Thank you so much for being here. Have a nice break. Get something to eat and drink. And I will be back with you very soon. So, oh, what is happening over here? I don't like this. Alright, anyway. Let's ask el questiones.
Detective! And your lovely lady partner. How can I help you?
Well, Your Majesty, I just thought, as this is a special and hardly repeatable occasion for me, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
All right.
Of course, I'd be delighted.
Unfortunately, Hector, I mean His Majesty, is extremely tired. Am I not right?
Oh, I see how it is, Kayla.
That's true, dear, but, I don't think it would be a problem if...
No, this is not the time. The inspector can make an appointment for an audience later. It's been a long night, and it's far from over.
Right, yes, it is. Lady Kayla's right. Sorry, Detective Inspector, I'm extremely tired. Perhaps next time.
He's a little bit of a pushover, isn't he?
Well, if that's what you really want.
Yes, I think I do.
All right. Have a good evening, Your Majesty.
Unfortunately, Jason is blocking most of the spinny knobs, so I don't know how much you're going to be seeing of that. I'm sorry.
What was that?
Exactly what you think, Sweetbeak. She had him wrapped perfectly around her silky fingers and was rubbing it in our faces.
It was like a movie. Totally surreal.
Yeah, it's almost like we're in some kind of animated experience.
Maybe that's the point. She's showing off her authority. She's showing us that she can do anything.
But why?
Because she's a predator to the core. She likes to toy with her prey.
I don't like where this is going, Sonny.
I don't either.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The much-anticipated film is about to begin.
We're going to the movies.
It is sure to be an amazing experience. Am I right, Your Majesty?
What? Oh, yes, of course. Sounds wonderful. I can't wait to see it.
He's very distracted as well.
Finally. I thought it would never start.
Darling, you'll see this is well worth the wait.
See you after the film.
No way, Sonny. Marty's not here anyway, so I'll sit next to you. I promised I'd take care of you, didn't I?
Come on, you don't have to look after me. That's not why I...
Shh, shh, shh. I'm coming with you.
Okay. I hope you don't mind if I snore.
Oh, don't worry. I'll elbow you in the side.
Alright then. So I'm all about to start, but we can still have a quick word with Blood Boil, I guess.
Boss, you never told me you knew this, Lady Kayla.
Well, I only know her superficially, but my wife goes to a church.
Your wife joined the new Unity Church?
Oh.
Join? No, not to my knowledge, but all are welcome there. I myself once attended.
Cluck me.
You just keep your beak out of everything, understand? Besides, aren't you supposed to be looking out for the wolf?
Wolf? Oh, yeah. I'm looking out for him. He's somewhere in the crowd. Oh, I just saw him. Or was it him?
Sonny is such an ass sometimes.
Sonny, behave.
Don't pull my tail, Santino, or I'll chew you to pieces.
Yes, sir.
Right then. Alright, Hector. Let's go watch some... Let's go watch some cartoons, shall we?
Maybe later.
Then... Is there anything else aside from the movie? No, we're gonna see the movie.
Wow. The balcony? Well, this is something. I thought I was sitting with the boss.
Won't old Blood Boil be barking if you're not with him?
Probably. But he'll get over it.
Wow. You know, I've never seen you like this.
Like what? Helping a friend?
No, I was thinking more like...
What?
It's like, well, I don't know. You're, liberated and, spontaneous.
That's cute. But, shh. The movie's about to start.
I guess it's because we're not on the job, are we? Alright, let's see.
Do movies really imprison the souls of us animals? There are tribes in the colonies that believe that.
I would... Okay, sure.
It's a pretty nice place, I'll give it that. Cluck. This crowd. It makes me feel scratchy.
Sonny, why didn't you ever tell me you were afraid of crowds?
I'm not.
I know you are, so don't play stupid. From now on, I won't send you into situations like this.
Wait, and have everyone think I'm a freak? No thanks.
Don't be such a baby. Nobody thinks that.
I didn't even tell Marty, who's like a little brother to me. The guys at the station and the press, they'd tear me apart.
It would be very inconvenient not be able to go anywhere where there's a crowd.
Maybe. Anyway, thanks for telling me.
But I didn't.
You did, but not with words, Sonny. The point is, I'm here. You're gonna be fine. If you panic, I'll get you out of here.
Thanks, Sweetbeak.
You're welcome, you big dumb bird.
Completely shattered the moment.
What is it?
Nothing. This is a strange situation. And I can't even see Cassidy from here. What if they try to kill him during the movie? Who booked me this seat?
They have some amazing chemistry. They do get along well. I do feel that. I can see where the writers want this to go. Imagine being the head of a crime organization and your tactic to avoid getting investigated by the chicken police is having some crowds around you. That is true. Why are there so many goons here? Ah, it'll keep the chickens away from us while we do the crime. Ah, good thinking, boss. You enjoy them a lot? I think it's nice. I think it's... what I appreciate the most is it's a nice change, because look, it's not the same game if Marty would not be there, but it is nice to have a different pace and have some different things going on. But without Marty, it would not be a buddy cop noir story. So Marty does need to be there. Why did you hire an entire colony of goons? It depends which kind of goons. This is a very different meaning.
You really think someone's trying to kill Cassidy?
I don't know. That's the tough thing about paranoid people. Are their fears real or just fiction?
Then how about we just try to enjoy the movie?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's my job, and...
When was the last time you let yourself loose, huh? Seriously. And I don't mean the drinking yourself under the table alone kind of letting loose.
I wouldn't say she'd necessarily replace Marty, but it's a neat dynamic. I think so too. And I think Monica is also not afraid to tell Sonny that he needs to get a grip, because it's true, he has to fit he does fit the stereotype of being depressed and cynical, because he's too busy moping about the loss of shit, what was her name again? Isn't it? It was also something with an M, right? The parrot girl, the parrot wife that had left him. But he does indeed doesn't seem like the kind of guy who gets a lot of entertainment outside of, well, getting pissed drunk. Molly, that's it. Thank you. It does feel like he doesn't get a lot of entertainment outside of drinking himself into a stupor. So maybe he does need to be a little less high-strung.
A lifetime ago.
Exactly. Then just sit back, stop thinking about lupus, and stare at the screen. That's what they do in the movies. Anyway, the place is crawling with cops and secret agents.
Secret agents?
My man needs to get pecked at, literally, occasionally, to remind him to chill out. Exactly. That is 100% what he needs. Is someone to tell him that he needs to take a break. Needs to be so cynical about everything. Secret agents, come on, Sonny. The king is here. They're not gonna let him run around with just you for protection.
Forget it, Sonny. Just watch the movie.
Okay, Mon. You got a deal. Thanks for coming, Mon. Really.
You're welcome, Boss Bird. Now be quiet.
Alright, let's watch the movie. Somebody's gonna die? Maybe. Oh, is this a silent film? It might even be, right? Oh, he fell asleep. Nice.
That was...
awful.
So tacky.
And so long.
And, romantic.
Yeah, but not in a good way.
No, not in a good way. Marty would have loved it.
Don't you feel a little guilty about that?
Yeah, it's killing me.
Okay, let's get out of here.
I'm with you.
Alright, let's peace out.
Let's go.
Alright, we heading...
Here you are, finally.
Hey, what happened?
He's dead.
Wait, what?
What? Who's dead?
Me. Well, no, not me, but almost.
Cassidy?
Yes?
Take a deep breath and slowly tell me what happened.
Okay. You're right. So? Percy, my double. He's dead.
Oh, shit.
He died? Where?
In the studio. At the film studio where we shot Wolf.
But why is he there?
Is he still there?
Yes, as far as I know. I haven't told the police yet. I'm telling the police right now.
But Wait. Why is Percy at the studio? Wasn't he part of your movie? Didn't you invite him? Poor guy. He was your stunt double? And then he takes the fall for you. That's rude. This man is strange. This man is very high-strung. And also... well, not high-strung. This man has a giant ego. But doesn't have the confidence to match the giant ego. And that's what's happening.
Take it easy. Big breath.
I am calm. Thanks, Monica. You were always so good at this. Remember when...
Don't bring it up.
Okay, okay. We're not gonna get into that now.
Listen, Cassidy, you got a car?
Of course I do. You think I took the bus or what?
Oh, yeah, because you are too good to take buses.
Okay, we'll hop in your car and we're on our way.
What? No! No, we're not. My car is a two-seater sports cabriolet, and I'm not leaving Cassandra alone.
Of course he drives a cabrio.
Okay, that makes sense. Ah, damn it. Marty took mine.
We can take my car. I'll come back for the boss later.
You sure you don't mind?
But I'm driving.
You got a deal. Let's go.
Any bets on what kind of car Monica will drive?
I'm following you closely.
Okay, he's driving. Oh shit, the tiny one, of course.
I don't know what to say. This really happened. Anyway, let's move on.
Oh, she looks ridiculous with the glasses like that. Just Stancy, yeah, exactly. Okay, we're at the set. What's going on?
Was filmed here. I recognize this set.
Yeah, you just watched the movie. I hope you would recognize it.
You do? You're a better detective than me.
Well, if you didn't snore through the movie, you'd recognize it too.
Who, me? I didn't fall asleep.
Oh, come on. You don't have to act in front of me, Boss Bird. Although the location is perfect for it.
Okay, you got me.
Yo, thank you so much for the sub, Ven. As always, I'd prefer if you gave to charity. But if you really need, if you have a need to pog that hard, I appreciate it. I won't deny that. How are you doing, Ven? I hope you're well. Good to have you here. Let me see. Oh, there we go. Thank you, No. You're the best. What's up, homie? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing great, thank you. We are busy sleuthing. We were supposed to protect a famous movie star. We slept through his movie premiere, and then it turned out he got killed. Well, not him. His stunt double got killed. But that's almost the same, right? Anyway, now we're on scene, literally and figuratively, to what was I gonna say? To try and investigate what's going on. Are you enjoying your coffee and finishing packing? You took off from work today? Oh, that's awesome. Right, because you have that trip soon, right? Aren't you going to some kind of fighting game tournament? If I remember well. Also, I'm saying the movie was so boring, their brains tried to cleanse it. I would probably do the same if I watched an awful movie. Wouldn't want to remember that. You leave to the airport tomorrow. Oh, really? Is it that far? I've driven to, not tournaments, I've driven to conventions before, but I don't know if I would fly to one. That's dedication. I hope you don't need to fly too far, at least. Alright then. Let's have a look. What is there up here to see? Some painting, the set design, there's bloodstains, the dressing rooms. There's some scaffolding.
If one of these collapsed, it could crush someone.
Do you think they could make it look like an accident?
Oh, I'm very much thinking that.
Exactly. But I'm guessing they didn't care.
You fly to multiple cons, there's only 2 in your state. I keep forgetting that the States is a much bigger country than it is in my mind compared to Europe, where you can cross borders very easily, and over there, I think even getting to a different state is already a couple hours drive, right? It doesn't help that I'm in one of the smallest countries in Europe as well, so for me it's very easy to cross a border.
Or they were trying to send a message.
It's about sending a message. It really is. Texas is hard to drive through. It's also the biggest state, right? Or one of the biggest ones, so Must be a nightmare to get anywhere.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my beak.
Yep. Alright, at least I know that about the States. Alright then. What about the set design? It's a medieval set.
It's amazing how much money they put into these sets.
Yeah, whole teams work on them, often for weeks or months. It's really amazing.
But what's the point?
Well, maybe these epic productions are a little over the top, but, you know, these pictures give a lot of animals purpose and hope.
Or maybe these pictures are just blinding them to what's in front of their eyes.
Maybe. But is that so wrong?
Ah, Cluck. I don't know. Sometimes I guess it's better to numb reality.
Hmm.
The truth is somewhere between the two extremes, Chief.
Yeah, you're right.
What about this painting?
I've always wondered what goes on behind the scenes. You know how these epic movies are made?
The way I see it, with blood and sweat.
Sonny, don't be so tasteless.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah. He's a hard-boiled chicken. He's pretty tasteless. Alright, is there anything else we need to have a look at? The dressing rooms. Right, there's some dressing rooms in here.
I'd like to have a good look around.
Alright, before we go there, let's have a look. What about the bloodstains?
Looks like he was struck here.
Maybe he leaned on this before running for the dressing rooms.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Ooh, that one on the floor, though.
Is that blood?
Yes, it is, Lupus. I mean, I don't see why that's tasteless. A hell of a lot of work does go into them. I mean, the joke is tasteless, Ige. They're made with blood and sweat is not inaccurate. It's not inaccurate, but it's pretty tasteless considering there is blood spread all over the scene. Alright, the realization. It's slowly trickling in. There was a murder. Yes, exactly.
Or ketchup. Most likely blood.
Looks like he
You
fell
for
here.
gore.
Yeah, he spilled some blood, got up, and walked on.
Alright. Oh yeah, I forgot that Lupus is here because Faye is gonna be here as well.
Oh my goodness! To think that someone was actually killed here.
You've never seen a dead body before, have you?
Yeah, I'd like to keep it that way.
I didn't say that.
So you have been in a similar situation?
God damn it, Sonny, trying to trap people with everything you say.
Once, yes. They made us sign a paper saying we couldn't talk about it, and I'm doing that. I don't like to reminisce about that horrible train ride anyway.
I think the game with Moses and Plato is a train ride, so that could make sense that Faye is in that one too. The next movie is gonna be a slasher. They're gonna need a lot more ketchup for that one.
Oh no, I've slipped up.
That's all right, miss. I think I know what train journey you mean.
Mm-hmm.
It's like death is on our trail these days, although it's a terrible thing to say.
Calm yourself, Miss Faye. With Sunny Featherland on the case, it won't happen again.
Really? Oh, that's good to hear. Although that's what they said about the other two detectives.
Yeah, that's why they're only third and fourth best.
But I can't talk about this anymore.
Okay, I get it. And, I respect that.
Thank you.
Right then. What do you think, Monica?
Anything else you noticed, Miss Detective?
Fredbear on Owl Street. In your dreams, buddy.
Don't mock me, Sonny. You're getting cocky.
Well, I am an old cock.
Okay. Let's take a good look around, Mon.
Yeah.
Well, didn't I just do that? Is there anything else we can talk about?
Let's just get this over with. This is so horrible.
Better not go in there. It's not pretty.
I'm happy to oblige, sir.
Alright. What about Mon? What are we doing?
She look. I'd like to have a good look.
Didn't we just do that? Is there anything else I missed? Oh, there is a blood stain over here.
They seem to go from here to the set.
Yeah, the tracks are heading toward the dressing rooms.
This could be where he was attacked.
Pretty good bet. So, he was attacked from behind.
But he made it to the back alive, to the dressing rooms.
Exactly. So they didn't want him dead right away.
It would have been quite dramatic here in the middle of the set.
A worthy message. But they didn't. There has to be a reason.
Maybe the reason is that whoever they sent to do this wasn't very good at stabbing. People tend to run away if you try and do that to them.
Oh, dear Percy.
So, what's next?
Well, there's nothing left to do but look at the body.
May the great wild ones have mercy on us.
Oh, stop being so dramatic even though it's your job. Alright, dressing rooms it is.
Let's go.
Alright, let's have a good look at Percy then. Oh, he's sitting in the seat. There's a poster, there's a projector, there's some heads. What are these? Oh, these are wigs, okay. Some clothes?
Just clothes.
Costumes, okay.
Elwoof. Jeez, what a terrible film. Of course he has his own projector in his dressing room. He probably watches himself on it.
Very vain. Like I would ever do that. Ha 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 ha.
Gives me the creeps. It's not natural to use fake fur.
Oh right, it goes beyond hair even for these animals. Huh. Alright, let's have a look
For
at
the
Percy.
love of the wild ones. It really is him. Percy.
The resemblance is uncanny indeed. Do you think they thought it was you?
I don't know. Maybe, or... maybe I'm gonna puke.
He's got something in his hand.
Are you going to touch it?
Don't worry, I'm wearing gloves. I always wear gloves.
I don't know if I've ever seen you without them.
Maybe one day, Sweet Beak, you might get lucky.
Are you really chatting over a dead body? What is wrong with you two?
Calm down, will you? We're just getting a good look at the scene.
Yeah, professionally. So, what do you see, Boss Bird?
It's some kind of note. Maybe a letter.
Remarkable observation, Detective.
No, I'm definitely going to throw out my lunch.
Alright, get out of there. Oh, we got an item. Oh, it's a bloodied leather. Let's have a look at it. Ooh. Dear Mr. Lupus, as we don't want to spoil the premiere of your great new project, we decided to leave this farewell message in your dressing room. No more messages for you. We'll take matters into our own hands from now on. Sincerely, M. Is it too on the nose if M is Mongrel Mick? That would make a lot of sense, right? What other M's do we know? Unless it's just... unless there's nothing behind it, of course. But I would immediately go for... the person that's been causing us the most grief throughout this whole story.
Everything all right, big guy?
Now do you believe me? Now you can swallow your cynical remarks. I hope they're stuck in your throat.
Okay, I deserved that. Just calm down. We need a clear head and your help.
Imagine it's Moses. Oh, that would be such a twist. But I doubt it. It would be funny, though.
Really? You mean my help? Help with what?
You may know a lot of things that are insignificant to you, but they're important to us, Cassidy. So please, don't panic and help us out.
Okay, Monica, of course. I'll do what I can. Your voice always calmed me down.
Stop that.
Right.
Alright then.
How can you handle this? In the same room with a real corpse?
You get used to it. Believe me, it's not the worst I've seen. Not by a long shot.
Horrible. Damn. I imagine your soul must be so dead and colorless. I feel more and more sorry for you.
Mm-hmm. You couldn't be more on the nose.
And I love you more and more, sweetheart.
Do you? Oh, that's sweet.
Alright. What do you know about Percy?
Why wasn't Percy at the premiere?
There we go. That's the big question.
Well, as awful as it sounds, the doubles are not real actors. They're not usually invited to these events.
Monica and Molly. Okay, well, Monica... No. Molly? Your ex-wife is a serial killer. She has no motive. That's the problem.
Not even the parties? I've heard that they have some wild bashes after the premieres. By the end, even the police are invited.
Percy was not like that. He avoided the limelight. I'm not surprised he was here when this all happened.
What do you mean?
Percy was a dreamer. He wanted to be me, a great actor. He was probably trying on my clothes and imagining he was me when he was attacked.
Oh, and you're okay with this?
I see. Well, thank you.
It's Kyla because she avoided giving her full name. Also possible.
You're welcome, Detective. Oh, this is so awful.
It could also be Meredith. She's trying to write the next book, and she needs more material.
Farewell message. I told you they were going to kill me.
Sincerely, M.
It's Mullen! It's Uncle Mullen! But more likely it's Mongrel Mick, let's be real.
Mongrel Mick. That son of a...
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Well, it's obvious. Mick. Mongrel Mick. Can't be anything else. Son of a bitch won't even hide it.
What makes you think it's him?
How did you get here?
Philmar, what the cluck are you doing here?
Yeah, I just saw you two running away. Of course, I followed you.
This is a police matter. Sorry, you can't be at the crime scene.
Aw, come on, cut the crap, Sonny. Just let me help you. So what's up? What do you got?
The finger guns, he always does that.
Another bird brain might actually do some good.
All right. Mick is the head of the Golden Fang. Am I right?
Everyone knows that.
Even me.
They've been camped out in the middle of the Hive lately.
Wild gesticulation over on the left. the animations are pretty funny. They do a lot of very ridiculous moves. Must have been fun for the actors who had to do the poses, because I did see some of the behind the scenes, and well, as you can imagine, all of these are people that dressed up.
I knew that too.
Do you know where?
Nobody knows that.
Nobody so far. But I've got a hunch.
And? What's that got to do with anything?
Mr. Lupus was going to have his face on a product in which the Golden Fang has a big stake, a product owned by Mick's former boss.
Is that so? Did we ever talk about that? I don't remember that part.
Feathery hell. M-E-A-T?
Was meat owned by the Westler Empire? Did the first game even talk about that? I don't remember.
Exactly. I'm beginning to understand why it was so important to have this cheap meat substitute promoted by a face everyone knows.
And who's a loyal friend of the king.
That's the elephant in the room.
Or rather, Wolf.
A lot of
Furry
wiggly
heavens,
fingers.
don't get me involved.
It's a good theory, but still just a theory, right? This bloody letter with the monograms. Very little to go on.
You don't remember it? You were pretty sure MEAT wasn't even out at that point. That's what I was thinking too. So I'm not sure why Sonny... A game theory? Oh no! Wild speculation. A crime theory. Thanks for watching, what?
Indeed. But it's a start. I'm gonna need Marty for this.
Alright. Yeah, we better get Marty on this. I think we're done here. Let's go find Marty. Where could Marty be, actually? There's nowhere I can go, so... continuing the reference. I'm not really sure. What is it referencing to? I'm sorry. Maybe I completely missed it.
I think we should show him something.
Oh, we should show him something. The letter, maybe?
Huh?
No, not the letter. What about the fang itself?
Next time, maybe.
No. The message from the king?
Next time. But
Wait,
not now. I think we...
What do I have to show him? Oh, game theorist.
Wait. What? Next time.
What do I need to show him? What am I missing?
Let's go.
Okay, I can go back here. Is there anything we still need to... There's a table. Oh, what's this? Cigars?
I'll just take one as evidence.
Sonny,
What?
I saw you. Put it back.
Yes, mother.
Stealing cigars. What about this box? Oh, what is this box? Monkey. It's a music box? Huh. There's a wheel on the side. There's 2 wheels on the side. What does it say? Closed. Huh. That is very strange indeed. The guy definitely likes his cigars.
Can you tell me what this is?
Some kind of voodoo thing? I have no idea. I've never seen it before in my life. Wait, are you telling me you found this weird thingy here?
Right on the table.
That's right. So are you absolutely sure you've never seen it before?
Do I look like the kind of man who'd play with something like this?
Yes, you do actually.
Well, then the killer left it here.
It's a message.
What does the box itself say?
I don't think the box itself is the message, or maybe just part of it. But this box is also a toy and an instrument.
Or, Sonny, there's a monkey on the box. It's not that complicated.
Do you think it has to be solved?
Maybe, but, I don't know. I've never been good at that sort of thing. I'm tone deaf.
Oh, give me that. I'll take a look.
Okay, Mon. The glory's all yours.
Alright, let's have a look at it. Oh. We have to replay it. Okay, sure. Let's see. Am I good at this? What the fuck? That is a very long sequence. How do we get to Hellraiser this fast? What? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's... Shit, I already fucked it, didn't I? I'm so good at this. Wait. Rhythm Gamer. I don't think so. Oh, I almost thought it was gonna play, shit, what is that song called? So, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's a bomb! It's not a bomb. It has a piece of paper in it. Oh.
Success.
The box opens, chains pop out, and pull. That is awful, Eyes. Where did you... What kind of movies do you watch?
So, what is it?
Honestly, I've never seen anything like it.
Neither have I. But it must be important if it was hidden in there.
It could be. Or maybe they're trying to throw us off the trail.
Oh, the same reference. The box was a mimic. Oh, no.
That's possible, but we'll never know until we find out what this thing is.
Mimic bites Sonny. Sonny dies. Game over. Thank you for playing.
Yeah.
We have to find out what it is. So Lupus doesn't know. Percy... I have a feeling Percy...
For the love of the wild...
Oh, the resemblance is on...
Yeah, I don't think Percy knows what it is either.
What do you think, Boss Bird?
I didn't take the threat seriously, and now look. We got a dead body. Blood Boil's gonna chew my drumsticks.
It's not your fault. Don't beat yourself up over it. Everyone was focused on the premiere, and this poor guy was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
That's also true. We were at the premiere, and this set was very far away from it.
It's no coincidence he was here. The guy was set up. That's part of the message.
Well, it's pretty drastic for a message.
But why do I get the feeling that this is all just a diversion?
Because it probably is. But what are they trying to distract us from?
From Marty being alone.
Good question.
Alright. Let's show it to Philmar. Wait, what does it say, actually? It's nonsense. Is there anything... Can you angle it somehow? It looks like chicken scratch. It literally does. I think I have to... let me see. Can Filmar make something of this?
Have you ever seen anything like this, Phil?
As a matter of fact, I have. I've had a bit too much to drink, though, so the letters are all over the place.
Come on, this is important.
All right, okay. So, I've seen something like it before. It's kind of a writing.
Can you read it?
Me? Nah, it's not just any writing, Sonny. It's insect writing.
Oh.
Okay. Can you translate it?
Only an insect can read it.
Well, that shouldn't be a problem.
Well, hang on, darling. You're not very familiar with the Hive, so you may not know, but this kind of writing is no longer used. Not even by insects. It's well known that everyone has used the common alphabet now for about...
Well known, huh? Well, cluck you. So we need to find an insect who's either old enough or well-versed in this sort of antique stuff.
Well, at least that's the route I'd take.
Thanks, Phil.
Hey, Sonny.
Yeah?
Are you sure you want to go down this road? This whole thing looks like a game of cat and mouse to me. In fact, it smells more like a trap.
It probably is. But let's be real, we don't have much else to work on.
I can't help it, Phil. A friend of mine's dead, and Marty's in the middle of it. I'm not gonna let that happen to him, too.
Well, then watch your back, darling. That's all I'm saying.
I think Filmar is probably spying on us. There is no way that Filmar is not being paid. In the first game by Wessler, or in this game by Mick. It has to be.
When did you get so sensitive?
Me? I didn't. But Monica would be heartbroken if anything happened to you.
Hey, that's not true.
Really?
Let's go.
What about the wolf, hotshot? Isn't it your job to protect him?
Good question. But I don't think he's in danger anymore.
They just killed his double.
That's just it. If they wanted him dead, they could have killed him too. But if you're so worried about it, you look after him until Blood Boil and the others arrive.
Did he just make chicken noise of discomfort? Yes. There's been a lot more chicken noises in this game.
What do you take me for? A babysitter?
No, I take you for someone who keeps tailing us.
A good-hearted hawk, deep inside. Oh, and by the way, are you following me?
Okay, I get it. You convinced me. I'll take care of it if you stop asking questions.
Filmar, you are extremely guilty. I don't trust you.
Sometimes I think it's just boredom that makes you act so mysteriously.
Maybe it is, but maybe I'm hiding some secrets.
Sure. See you around, darling.
Will do, chicken lips.
I'm reasonably sure that it's physically impossible. What, to make chicken noises? You find the chicken and then you record it.
Maybe later.
No. Okay. Monica, what do you think?
Now what? So, what's our next step?
Now I take you home.
How? On your back?
Oh, for him to stop asking questions? Yeah.
No. I mean, you're gonna take me to Marty's, and then you're gonna go to your home.
Are you kidding me, Sonny? That's not how it works. I want to help you, and I will.
And I adore you for it, Mon, but you can't. I gotta do this alone. I mean, me and Marty.
You think you can just whistle and I'll jump anytime? And then when you don't need me anymore, you drop me?
What? No, Mon. I just don't want you to get hurt. That's all. Just trust me.
I'll take you to Marty. But promise me you'll come down to the station and tell me what you've got when you're done with all this. Okay?
I will, Mon.
Good.
I think they do care. They care a lot more than they want to let on. Alright, where's Marty's place? Let's go.
Oh, hello. I see you've already replaced me, Sonny. First Lewis, then Mon. You advertise in the classifieds?
God damn it, Marty. Who put that stick up your ass?
Ah, Marty, come on.
Hey, Marty. Don't worry, I'll be on my way. That's all the rooster ever needed me for.
Geez, Mon, you're not mad at me, are you?
Hey, what's the matter? What's
Thanks for
happened?
the
What's the
hydrate.
gossip?
I'll tell you in the car. Okay, Marty, what did you find out?
Thank you for the stretch as well. Oh, whoops, I misread the name. Thank you so much, Stratos. How's it going? I hope you're... Yeah, everything's going great. Everything going good. First step in avoiding a trap is knowing of its existence from Tufir Hawat in June.
Listen, Al-Gaib?
No, seriously, I haven't... I've read the books, but I haven't seen the movies yet. But no one ever read my name right. Have a simpler name. I would start by dropping the 2 from the end. Who is the first one anyway? Why do you have, are you a double? Because in this game, being a double is a very lethal thing.
Well, it's not good news.
But anyway, I hope you had a... I hope you're doing good, Zvados. Good to have you here.
Come on, spit it out.
I know where the factory is. If that's where Mick's hiding, we can bust him.
You lost the account and Twitch didn't want to give it back to you? Damn, that sucks. You doing fine? Alright, but that is good though. You love the books, all the movies and series have failed. I've heard the latest movie was the latest movies were really good though. I don't know about the rest. Yeah, I've read the books, and I also tried the original board game, which I did not like at all. Because it's one hell of an experience, and not the kind of experience I'm in for.
But that is good news.
It should be, but they're guarding it like a fortress. Barbed wire, watchtowers, everything you can imagine. Those bastards don't even hide the fact that that's not just a factory, but the headquarters of a criminal gang.
They're confident. It's our fault. We shouldn't have left them alone.
You mean the insects or the gang?
The whole segregation act. It's almost like it was because of the factory.
Nah, even the Golden Fang clan isn't that powerful.
Not by themselves, Marty. But we need to find out what's on this paper. I'll be damned if the two things aren't connected. So, young fella, both roads lead to Roachtown. We're going into the Hive.
Hey, title drop.
God damn it, Marty. Breaking the fourth wall.
What?
Nothing.
God damn it, Marty. Okay, what do we got? Where are we going? Oh, we're not going anywhere. Okay. What are we looking for? Oh. No, we already did that. No, there's nowhere else I can go. Is there, we need to talk to Marty.
So, you asked around?
The Fang was the most revealing. Anyone I mentioned that we'd found one of these would immediately shut up. I don't know, it's like there's clan spies on every corner.
Yeah, of course.
Because they are. They're deeply embedded in the fabric of the Hive.
Villeneuve does not show the ecological part of the books well, and the religious part is also not shown or explained enough. Yeah, I do remember that being a very important part of the books. The ecological, you mean the whole, there's no water on the planet. Yeah. That is a very big theme, of course. I can see the books, or I can see why if you made a movie, you'd concentrate it more on, oh, big worm, oh, we're doing the Game of Thrones thing, which is also a very important part of that series. Is the whole interplay between the different houses. I guess for a movie that would be more interesting. But movies have to make choices. That's always a problem.
No wonder. Zero police presence. Basically, they can do whatever they want.
Yeah, but not for long.
That's the spirit.
Alright then. So, what about Laura?
So, how did it go with, Laura?
Big worms, a lot of action. It's a pew-pew thing, yeah.
You know, it could have been worse.
Could always be worse, Marty.
That's not very encouraging.
I guess we're staying together. For now, but I have to change.
But why? You're perfect.
Yeah, but I don't think Laura can keep up with this life.
You being a chicken policeman?
We're here now in the dead of night?
But it doesn't have to be this way, Marty. You can always say no.
I know, Boss Bird. But, you know, I don't want you to kill yourself.
Hey.
What do you think I've been doing for over a decade? Protecting your ass.
All right, let's just drop it.
Yeah, I called it. Laura's problem is that he's going out in the middle of night with Sonny on these cases.
Listen, buddy, I'm sorry you weren't at the premiere.
No, Sonny. At first, I thought I was gonna be sorry too. But it felt good to leave that place.
How come?
You left everything to me. Even your car. While you were suffering, and I know that party was really painful for you. So, that felt good. Thanks, Big Boss.
I enjoyed the fact that you were suffering.
Ah, come on, give me a break.
No, I'm serious. That meant a lot to me.
Okay, don't get all sentimental. We got work to do.
Yeah, right.
By the way, the movie sucked.
What? No, you're just saying that.
Hope you took care of the car.
I've never been so careful of anything in my life, Sonny.
Good.
Although I'm surprised I made it here alive.
Well, a lady like that, you gotta know how to handle her.
Well, speaking of handling ladies, I'll be going. Glad I could help, boys. Take care of yourselves.
Thanks, Mon. You know, we're in your debt for life. I mean that.
Well, maybe you can buy me a cup of coffee someday, if you make it through the night.
I'll try.
Or we can buy her more shoes. She already asked for that.
Ooh, that's cute.
Shut up, Marty.
So what's up? Where to next?
We need to get back to the Hive. But first, we need to gather our thoughts.
Well, there's much to unravel, that's for sure.
Wait, Marty. I don't think it's Marty. But good guess. Alright, let's see. What timeline are we working with? Mysterious threats against the movie star, which is Lupus. Shoes, the way to a woman's heart. Well, we did get that before. We said, we are in your debt, Monica. If there's anything you can do. And she said, the size 40, black. And what are you talking about? Shoes. The one I saw in that shop over there. Ah, yeah, that we can make happen. A revealing photo. In the studio. Was it in the studio? But wait. Oh, with Meredith, yes. But also him. Wait. No. The body of an innocent. In the film studio, yeah. The photo has something to do with Frank? Wait, what am I doing? Let's see. A strange message. Whole case. Had something to do with Frank. Okay, well that seems right. With an insect cipher on it. That's what Filmar confirmed. The body of an innocent. Which is Percy, which we don't know about. Okay. Oh, we did it. Okay.
Someone has threatened Mr. Cassidy Lupus, the famous movie star. The threat was based on photographic evidence of the wolf having a romp with a famous writer. Filmar says the message was written in some kind of ancient insect writing, which could have something to do with the disappearance of the bodies and Frank.
Okay, with a title like that.
The insect writing and the disappearance of Frank's body. Are these two things really connected, or am I chasing ghosts? Either way, all roads lead to the Hive. As we slowly left downtown Clawville, and the ominous outlines of the Hive's buildings began to appear, a kind of panic took over. Turn back, screamed a voice in my skull. I knew I was going to need an insanely strong cup of coffee before we crossed the border into Roachtown. Luckily, Zip's coffee shop was right on the border, like a last beacon on a raging sea. I gotta have a coffee, otherwise I won't survive the night.
Rough one, huh? It must be awful mingling with so many rich and famous people.
Guess what? It really was. And that movie.
Soylent Green is people? Too old a reference? No, I do know about the movie. Never seen it.
Was it really that bad? But I still want to see it.
Trust me, you don't want to do that.
There's no justice in the wilds.
There sure ain't.
Okay, so that is the end of chapter 2. We're going to make it into chapter 3. So this is where I'm going to be leaving it before we go back into, firstly into this cafe, and then into the Hive to have a look at the factory. I hope you're having a good time. I'm definitely having a good time myself so far. I do think, as much as I like this series, I have to say a weak point is definitely the whole MEAT plot. It's on the nose. They've been foreshadowing it so much that if it now turns out to be something different, I would be very surprised. But that is always still possible. Let's take us back to the bar, and I'm gonna see where I can send you on.